Hey, this is Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. Here we are playing a RPPR Patreon online game, thanks to the some of our very generous Patreon backers who all get to play a game of Red Markets. And this game is do you have the juice? Something juice related. You got the juice. Yes, that's it. So we have 5 brave takers. We have not named the taker group yet, but we can do that in a second. This is taking place in Trabajo in the summer. It is July. It is hot out, and we'll get into the main plot hook in a second. But why don't we go ahead and introduce our crew members, and we'll start from the icons from my left to right. And my first icon is Bridget.
Hey everybody, it's Bridget. I've been voted most innovative GM of RPPR. So it's unfortunate that I can only GM games and never play in games I GM. So Ross is the next best thing. I'm playing Lucky, named so because she's the survivor of 3 previous Tontines. It's just very unfortunate that they didn't have very much actual bounty to pay out. So she needs to be in a 4th one, and this time's the charm. She is a medic and also immune, but please don't tell anyone.
All right, very good. Next up, we have Copper, and he is playing...
I'm playing Wooster. Wooster is a sad old British man who somehow got separated from his charge and left in America, objectively the worst country in the world. He is a scavenger because he misses wealth and opulence. His weak spot is that he's obsequious because beneath all his charm and swagger, he's still a butler. And his soft spot is no child left behind because that's about the only thing he can recognize in America is its education system. So he feels strongly for its youth and the weak and needy, which will get him eaten because he's not immune.
All right. Very good. And next up we have Scribbly, who is playing...
Hello, everyone. I'm Scribblykins. I will be playing Referee, who is also a British national. He is a former referee, literally, worked for FIFA, and his weak spot is that he is always a by-the-book type of person, by the book. And his soft spot, like Worcester, is that he thinks of the children, because he has to. Laura, lovely Damn. Laura, and rambunctious Caleb.
Rambunctious Caleb. That's
yes.
a phrase I don't hear often.
He's also secretly immune, so nobody knows.
All right. Then next up we have Justin, who is...
I will be reprising my role as Talon O'Hara, longtime scavenger. My weak spot is that I'm easily angered. My soft spot is children. So I guess if there's any kids, our group's just going to charge in and die valiantly.
Yes, yes.
And I ride a beautiful pink bicycle.
Okay. And finally, we have Burke.
Hey, this is Burke. I am playing Smoke, who was a Colorado Firewatch and Ranger prior to the crash. His weak spot is compassion is weakness. Soft spot is protect the next generation. So there's a little bit of he has one dependent, which is an adopted daughter, Philly, who he rescued and has taken under his wing post-crash. That's where he stands now.
So... Is he also a dog?
He's 2 dogs in a trench coat.
Yeah. He's 3 dogs in a trench coat. Don't tell anybody.
Very adorable. So I guess, is this the minivan Avengers?
Hang on. Lucky hates kids.
Okay. So does anyone want to nominate a name for your taker group? You can always use the moths as a generic one if you can't think of one.
We're always the moth. Let's be the butterflies.
All right, butterflies. That sounds good.
Daycare.
Daycare.
You know what? I am totally fine with referring to my coworkers as daycare. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
All right, daycare. Taker group daycare. So, taker group daycare is unsurprisingly fairly popular in Trabajo, with all the families there, and the benevolent view of the church But there is sort of a crisis / opportunity that has been brewing since last night. Last night, a taker group, ZR, short for Z Resources, group of corporate themed people from another enclave, apparently had a bad run of luck. And one of their group sent out basically broke down, i.e., in game terms, they filled out their stress and they broke down. And they revealed, like, in an angry rant, that they were, she was so stressed out from work that she was just going to reveal where their secret score was. And fuck you all, I hate you, I quit. Before she ran off into the wastelands. This revealed the location of a cache of Juicero machines at the top floor of a office building some ways away. Now, all of you know Juicero machines by now because there were actually quite a few of them in many of the affluent households or stuffed away in the garages before, they're a staple of scavengers at this point. There's so many useful items that you can pull out of a Juicero. But a cache of several hundred of them is a gold mine potentially. So you do know the conductor, the assistant conductor of Trabajo, because again, if you remember Fallen Flag, there's a whole thing about trains. They want you to go and get those parts, but there's some details to it. This is just not a score. This will be a job. So that is one of your leads. So all of you, right now we'll say your home life is going great right now. So we don't have to worry about that, but you all have a action you can do before you go into negotiations for one of the jobs. I will say there are 2 other jobs you can locate. You could also find the price of a job. There's a variety of actions you can do to sort of figure out what would benefit you. If you want to look. So
mechanically, is this like the Juicero machines, the disgruntled taker revealed? That's a score, and then there's other jobs that we can find. Is that right?
Well, we're not doing a score per se. It's a job. Mechanically, it'll be a job. You'll negotiate because the conductor wants specific things done as well, which you don't know. So it's not just.
So we'll negotiate with the conductor. Okay.
Yeah. So they're all being treated as jobs. There are. Let's see here. Before negotiations, you can look for work. You can find the equilibrium, which is the supply-demand value of a contract, i.e., the starting value of the job. Research competition. Or secure. Well, you're not going to do that. So, who wants to go and do their scan before you get into negotiations?
Who is our negotiator?
I'll do it.
All right. What do you want to do?
Pick me.
Okay.
Are you qualified or just enthusiastic?
I'm both.
Nice.
Right. So you'll be the negotiator.
Right. But there's 2 other jobs, and you can also find the price of a job beforehand. Each of you gets a skill check to do something. You can use any number of skills to try and find out before you enter a negotiation with the jobs.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I wanted to look up competition.
Okay. For this job? All right, sure. What skill do you want to use to do that?
Well, will you let me use research? Because if they made the location public, presumably like everybody else had access to that information, so can I just like see who looked it up?
You can. That would be an online thing, so you need to use a device and use a charge on that device. As a medic, you do not have you have to use someone else's Ubix Specs or tablet to do
I can
that.
use mine. Oh, there you go.
I will be great to use it. All right, so I can roll research then?
Yep.
Do I just add to the black of my skill in it?
Yep.
Okay. So I get 13 over 8.
All right, very good. You do know that you will have competition for this. The wild geese are going to join on us.
It's funny because they're all children.
They are teenage orphans led by an Irish priest, Father Robert O'Connor, essentially a black math cult with Catholic underpinnings. So essentially, your parents are dead, and the Lord wants you to kill as many zombies as he can before you go to heaven. It's super Catholic-y, super death culty. It's
I don't know that I want to tell my coworkers that literal children will be our competition because I feel like that may influence their behavior.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the job we have to take so the children won't.
Yeah. That's true. So you can keep that under your hat. You can also, during negotiations, get them to drop out of competition any number of ways. So that's your action, though. Let's see here. Who is next? Who wants to do it?
Now that we know there's competition, can we discourage competition via like
that's during
intimidation?
negotiations. In this time, you can,
We haven't.
yeah, you haven't chosen this job yet. Remember, there's 2 other jobs you can look for.
Yeah, I'll look up another job. That's. I mean, I want to do that anyway. So
Yeah.
let's do that.
Probably networking would be. You can do networking without having to spend any charges because you're at your home base.
Cool. So I have a 1 in networking. Instead of that, can I go to the local bar and chat people up to see what other jobs are floating around? So I can roll persuasion.
Yeah, I'll say the bartender, so you can try and persuade. Yeah, the bartender. All right.
So that is 11 over 9.
All right. So the bartender is there. He's yelling at, let's say, Steve to keep pedaling faster to keep the Nintendo working, because that's one of the entertainments there is a cheap retro Nintendo that is powered by a stationary bicycle. So as he's yelling at Steve, he's like, "Oh, you want to find another job? Yeah, everyone's talking about the Juicero things. I know Tammy's been asking around. She wants, yeah, Tammy, our local pharmaceutical purveyor of goods, and that trailer she had hauled into the enclave. So her special trailer. So Tammy has a job.
Okay. So we know about one job.
No. Yeah, so there's 2 jobs. So she wants you to go to them. You don't know what she wants you to do there. That would be negotiating with her later. Then so that's your action. Let's see here. So who's next?
Why don't we get Price on the first job, the Juicero job from the conductor?
Yeah.
So somebody wants to look that up.
Man,
All right.
can I jump in next? Go after that.
Yeah. Let's see. That's Talon. All right. How do you want to look up the?
Okay. I'm also the bar. I'd like to roll profession electrician to fix the shitty fluorescent light over the bar, and in gratitude, the bartender will give me the inside scoop.
I like that. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
I'm going to use my toolkit 1 charge to buy the roll, 3 more charges for bonus.
Sure.
And
You're doing a little rewiring there.
Don't fail. That's going to be one fucking good fluorescent light.
that's 11 over 3. No, 12 over 3.
All right. Holy shit. Which job are you
right
looking
now?
The one you originally presented.
All right, conductor's paying 18.
Holy shit!
That's really good.
Gold mine.
Yep.
Okay, but why is he offering 18?
Yeah.
No,
I think we
there's
need to
nothing
find that out
sinister
now.
about this.
Well, you can find that out. Let's see here. I would allow. Yeah, there are other actions left. Who hasn't gone yet? I
have not.
All right. Referee, what do you want to do?
Referee will try an awareness check to essentially listen in on conversations, because clearly people are talking about this. It's the word around town. Like
Sure.
Literally, there's a score out there.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. Go for it.
That's 8 over 6.
All right. With that, you actually do hear a conversation at the bodega. It's like you know one of the upper class citizens, Mr. Quigley, is talking to someone. It's like, we gotta protect. Oh God, you gotta help me. I gotta find somebody to help protect this thing. The pickup's only a couple days away. I just need them to sit on it. So you find out about another job. Mr. Quigley wants somebody to guard the Juicero so someone else can get them.
Shit. Okay, that's interesting. So do people have a preference? Is everybody gone?
Burke,
So we know about all three
No.
jobs now?
Burke is not gone yet. So
So I was going to try to figure out information about one job via intimidation, but kind of like as a negotiating tactic where you just try to brag about what you're doing to other groups and see if they just make stuff, and see if they try to one up you to spill their hand.
Are you trying to just figure out the price or trying to figure out something else about the job?
We'll do the price. We'll see how it compares.
For which one? Tammy's or Quigley's?
Tammy's.
All right.
Oh, no. Fuck.
No, wait. So,
No, do Tammy. It's fine.
Did you succeed?
no, that's like 3 over 10.
Okay. You can always spend a willpower. You can also call in references. That's another mechanic I haven't mentioned. You can pay a bounty to owe someone a favor, and they can give you information. Now, normally you can do this for free in Trabajo, i.e., no, but in the field you have to spend a Ubix or laptop charge in order to contact people. So you could owe someone favor, and you just owe them a bounty, which you can stiff them. If you know,
sure.
Yeah. So do you want to go and do that?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
All right. Tammy's job, actually, I'm not even going to roll. It is set at 20. She is a big spender.
So, do we have the opportunity to figure out how much Quigley is offering?
I will say someone else can. If you you can use rep favors for this.
Can I get an extra action because I'm going to be negotiating, so I won't get the second scam?
I would say, well, this is cutting into your home life, so you'd have to make a self-control check to not be.
I'll do it. Fun times.
Okay.
Fuck my legless wife, my shitty kid, and my old ass dog.
Oh god. Yep. All right, make that self-control check.
Hey, that's a crit success.
Yep. It's fine.
I don't care.
You're providing for them. All right.
I'm putting food on the table.
All right. You want to find out the price for Quigley's job?
I do want to find out the price for Quigley's job.
Okay.
I'm going to do something a little bit different here.
All right.
I'm going to find the person who Quigley was talking to, because you said he was gossiping with some. Or who saw him?
Oh, you critically succeeded on that.
On the self-control, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of a way to benefit from that because. No, actually, I'll give you a fucking willpower. You feel fucking great about this. Woo! All right.
I'm feeding my family. Damn it.
Yep. All right. So, what are you doing?
I was going to. So, who found or who overheard Quigley?
Referee.
Yeah.
Referee did. Okay, so I'm. If referee tells me who Quigley was talking to, I'm going to find the person that Quigley was talking to in a dark alleyway. I'm going to Batman his ass.
Yeah, that's a networking check. You only have a description of them. You don't know who.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. You know what? I'll just spend another charge off Ubik and network to find out. That is a failure, so I'll spend a reference to get it. I will call my buddy. I'll call Jeeves.
All right. Yep.
Jeeves is Hugh Laurie, and he is very stupid, but he is extremely wealthy and got out on the other side of the loss.
Yep.
So he's doing fine. He's doing well in the recession, but he's very unintelligent. And makes poor social skills.
It is a 16, which I did roll. So, anyways, so yeah, the starting price for that is 16.
Okay, shit.
So 16, 18, and 20.
Yep.
I think we should ignore the 20 just on the basis that we don't know what it is.
And it's for Tammy.
Well,
to be fair, we don't know what the conductor's job is either.
What's so bad about Tammy?
Tammy's essentially the meth dealer of the town. She's Trabajo was based on a slaughterhouse.
Stay away from Tammy.
There's still a lot of ranchers.
I don't know how you feel about this, Lucky, but we can't have that shit around the kids, all right?
They're basically, this is the only operating slaughterhouse in the state. And so, there's a lot of overworked workers, and they need stimulants to stay up. And so, Tammy somehow is able to still procure meth and other pharmaceuticals for people. So,
growable pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. There is competition. She has competition from that for Moonbeam, the leader of the Fencemen, who used to be a pot baron. Yeah.
Who has the most self-explanatory name in history.
Yeah. Yeah, fallen flag was the whole thing. So, but yeah, I mean, Tammy's is a very will stick to her side of a bargain. Is not known as being a double dealer, but yeah, I mean, she's basically a former drug drug boss. Well, I mean, she's legitimate now because there's no laws against drugs now. So
on the other hand, like the conductor kind of has to be legit too, or we'd all storm his house and kill him.
Yep.
Well, no, he actually has a lot of security because if he does fuck us over, he's still head of the kingdom. He's the only one who knows how to drive the fucking train. So that's right? Like he has a monopoly on that knowledge. So he can fuck us days, and we can't do anything.
Yeah, there is the main power balance is between the conductor, the Catholic Church, and the workers, and it's a weird flowing balance. So
if he thinks the daycare can't get their hands on some mortars, he's wrong.
I think Tammy's job. I think Tammy's job is the safest. It has the highest base pay. We know she won't fuck us because like her reputation is such that like she can't. So like I don't see the downside to going with Tammy.
I see an additional upside in doing the conductor, which is that if we do a good job, get through it, we have a nice big fat rep spot and good work relations with the most important person in the local community.
Maybe
also the guy with the biggest, most inflated head.
Everyone can give me I would say a foresight or a criminality check if they want to.
I'll do criminality.
I'll roll full sight.
I'll do full sight and I'll fail.
Okay.
I fail.
Okay.
I fail.
Okay.
Past foresight.
Yeah, foresight or criminality.
Yeah, foresight.
I think
successful.
Burke nailed it, so I'm not going to bother.
All right, so Burke, you succeeded. You realize the fact that the conductor is wanting takers to do something, but is not specifying what, means that he's probably normally he would make this more public, but the fact that he's trying to be discreet means probably he's going to be doing some shady shit, which you're not necessarily adverse to, but you're probably not necessarily going to get a rep spot out of that.
Yeah.
So
the pay is probably not worth the danger anymore.
Well, I mean, you need to take one of these. Yeah. Yeah.
Quick question. Has Bridget done her action?
Yeah, I'm known the lip tap competition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you have not shared with the group yet.
Yes, that's true. So as far as we know, there's no competition for the conductor job.
Yeah, I'll back Bridget. Bridget, what's your Lucky? I'll back Lucky. I'll say that I think the Tammy's going to be the straightest shooter of this particular lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So you want to enter negotiations with Tammy?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. So
Let's get it on.
Wooster heads into the trailer park.
Can I describe Wooster real quick? Because
please do.
He is basically one of the few last douchebags in the loss who still wears a suit, three-piece suit. He has a vest. Even in this horrific, awful heat, he still wears the suit. He has a bowler. It is black. It is professional as fuck, but god damn it, it's hot. So he is sweating profusely. He's balding significantly. His face is very clean and sparkly, like a baby's butthole, or not? The baby's. That's bad. Oh yeah, like a baby's behind. That's a lot better. Yeah. Okay. But generally, he is a very somehow maintaining the image of a very clean-cut Englishman, even though he has since lost his English accent. And maintaining this image costs extra bounty, but god damn it, he's a professional.
Yep. So yeah, and you're kind of easily spotted in the enclave. People know you, and certainly the two shirtless, heavily tattooed, quite hairy gentlemen with sunglasses and sawed-off shotguns at the ready. Simply nod at you, a nod of respect.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
It was down, not up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's new.
And they even one of them opens the door as you go into the nice air-conditioned trailer.
Oh, beautiful, such opulence. I've missed this.
And Tammy is there.
I shake their hands, by the way. I shake their hands as I go in.
Okay.
A gentleman makes connections.
So Tammy is there holding court. There's a couple of very skinny people, clearly tweakers, who are laughing as they are watching a Korean soap opera. The needs. There's only so much TV and things that they can find these days, so they're quite engrossed by it. But Tammy sees it, turns the TV and says, "Oh, howdy, Wooster. Howdy, y'all. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd be nibbling on my line in a little bit. So you two scoot, get out of here. We have business talk." And so we enter into negotiations. So she tells you, so I'm so glad you decided to do this. And what I need to do is something very discreet, and I think y'all are the right group to do it. Let's just talk turkey before we get into details. So let's see here. We'll just go ahead.
Leadership check, right?
Yep, leadership check. Go ahead and give me that beautiful Dean footage.
That's not good. I'm gonna spend. You know what? I'm gonna take the failure. Actually, no. I'll spend a will. I'll spend a will to flip it. I have a free will. So.
Yeah, that's 5 rounds.
5 rounds. All right. So clients start here. Provider starts here. All right. So I forgot. Who goes first?
I get to decide who goes first because I succeeded. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna let Tammy go first because I'm a gentleman.
All right. Well, I know you all are professionals. You all have a lot of mouths to feed, but there's a lot of people barking up this tree, you know. So she's just gonna push down.
Okay.
Right,
I get a scam now or later?
You can use your scam now. One player can. So, meanwhile, as we're doing this Ocean's 11 style heist montage, meanwhile, of course, the rest of the crew has been researching and doing shit in order to make things in their favor. So, if you want to do scams, which are, I will post a link in the Discord as a reminder for everybody in the RPPR game chat. They're multiple. Yeah.
Sorry, just to confirm, this is a 5-round negotiation, yeah?
Yeah, 5 round. So, yeah, sorry. You want to go first?
Can I
Bert?
use stealth to have listened in on her last meeting and therefore have information that our negotiator could use?
So to figure out one of her spots?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Well, I mean, if you look in there, that's it. Using stealth to eavesdrop on her is fine. You can do that too, but the in terms of game mechanics, is it sabotage competition, gather intelligence, manipulate price, negotiator support, or partners in crime, or well,
I think
no
it's
one's doing
gather
partners in crime.
intelligence.
Yeah. All right, so just color one of the spots. All right, so go ahead and give me that roll.
I fail. I'll spend a will to flip it.
All right. Yep, you don't need that will later. It's fine.
Nope.
Well, what's a zombie?
Yep. So you succeed. You figure out one of her spots. I always get a soft spot and weak spot confused.
The way I always try to remember them is soft spot is the redeemable thing that fucks you over, and weak spot is the unredeemable thing that fucks you over.
Weak spot. You do feel weak spot. Discretion. She wants this to be super like ninja quiet because it's part of a plan that will fail if anyone hears what she's doing or that she's even hired or that she's even interested in these devices. So it's misdirection, yeah.
So when I figured out the competition, was that just for that?
Just for the conductor job.
The conductor's job? Okay.
So you know the wild geese will not be involved in this. So yeah. But there are other taker crews. You could spin an action to find out the thing, and then someone else can spin an action to sabotage them. Yeah.
Wouldn't this discretion be more the tough spot of the job, since it involves the job and not the
tough
personality?
Spot, yeah, sorry, tough spot. Yeah, we'll say that's a tough spot. Discretion. So ninja quiet. So Wooster, you can hold on to that or save it.
No, I'll use it now. I'm gonna push. Obviously, I'm gonna say, it's good to meet you, Mrs. Tammy. You have a stellar reputation as far as business goes, and as far as business goes, that's all I concern myself with. Now, from what I understand, this is a job which requires a good degree of discretion. As far as that goes, I'd like to highlight to you that the difference between a good daycare and a bad daycare is the noise level. A bad daycare, letting the children run all over the place, scream. They don't have control of the situation. Me and my coworkers, we have control.
All
We're
right.
discreet. You can count on us to be quiet, if nothing else.
Oh, you think? All right, give me a roll.
I'm rolling. This is persuasion.
Yep.
That is a very big ass success. That is a 12 over 1.
You're
Right.
a professional.
All right, so you go up to 2. You're up at labor, and she's at 100% markup. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Next round. So she's gonna go first. And she's gonna sit back and read one of your spots. And so for Wooster, she starts talking about a little bit about family. So trying to see how's the kid, wife and kid doing.
Oh, they're excellent. I'll have you know, my wife, the cybernetics they've taken quite miraculously. I have to say the surgery was a smashing success.
All right, so let's see here. Yeah, so you can't defend against that, but when she tries to use it, you can try to defend against it. But she's not using it this round. So next person up at bat for a scam.
Referee can look for her weak or soft spot by going to her drug den and picking up one of those free samplers they have and using self-control to keep his cool and listen in.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that so much.
All right. Sure.
Thank
Give me a
you.
self-control check.
And he'll activate his Ubix Specs trigger guard to insert soothing music and soothing imagery for a +2.
Oh,
Spin those charges.
That means I have a +5, which has an 11 over 10.
All right. Very good. So you succeed, and you realize Tammy is, let's say she does, she's a romantic at heart.
romantic meth dealer.
Yep. So yeah.
Hey, people have private lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't judge.
Yeah. She's a complex and rich human, so she's providing a valuable service to the community. So she's providing law and order and drugs, which people want. Yeah, how are you going to use that?
So Wooster is going to go down on one knee and take out a bouquet of flowers that he brought with him and say, Miss Tammy, I must say your beauty is well renowned throughout Trabajo. I just thought it would be appropriate before continuing negotiations to appropriately reward you with this and appropriately celebrate that before what court you have that remains here. Before highlighting to you just the degree of expertise that my crew has. We would be honored to serve you beyond any regards you can possibly imagine. Due alone for your personal charm, your personal intelligence, and such on. So he's just gonna basically spiel and smooth talk her and give her flowers.
All right, yeah. Persuasion.
Which according to the internet, that's what romanticism is.
Well, he is wearing a suit.
He is.
Like 100-degree heat. So
Yeah.
his commitment is obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a crit failure.
It was the wrong kind of flowers. Is that something Tammy pays
it's
attention to?
Yeah, it's just meth. Well, hang on, Russ. I have a question. So if I spend a will to downgrade it to a regular failure, does it become a success? Because if my modifier is included, it's a success. But
no, it's still just a failure. You'd have to spend another willpower to reroll it.
Shit.
How many willpower do we get, by the way?
It's on your character sheet. It's an attribute. It's WI will. or WIL. So
Well, I'm gonna care a lot about the kids, so I will spend both my will to reroll.
all right, go for it.
I'm now out of will.
Yep.
That's a success, thank God.
All right. So let's see here. You go
3 over 2.
Yep. Let's see here.
So we're at hazard pay now, right?
You are. Yeah, you're right up against her. So
Actually, wait. I'm sorry. We got +2 sway. So wouldn't I push her back one if she's not moving? So we'd be at 100% markup.
Yeah. So.
Hold.
Hold the line.
Yeah.
Like pushing. Well, the thing is, you weren't at heads up at the beginning, so you can't push her back. So you're still at hazard pay. No, I'll do it. Yeah. So yeah, you're fine. All right.
Okay. Cool.
So very good. That was you blowing all your will. It's great. It's fine.
What's a zombie? I haven't seen one.
So now she is gonna go, and she says, "Why, thank you. Well, I can just see our families together, because you have such a lovely wife. We should go out and have dinner, because after you succeed, and it would be so nice to make sure that you come back without failing me in any way." So she is going to invoke your family.
Like obsequious, yeah.
Yeah. So she's using that and she's pushing. So that's going to be 2 sway. So you're going to go back down unless you succeed. You can give me a deception check to avoid that to defend against her spot.
So Wooster has one significant flaw, which is that he can't tell a lie. So I can only default on deception.
All right.
Can I use intimidation instead?
Nope.
Nope.
It specifically says deception. So you roll
cool.
a D10, you need to roll a 3 or less.
1d10.
Oh, 1d10.
And sidekick is holding out on us.
Okay.
Nope.
It's not a 3 or less.
It is it's a failure. So these are going to be resolved at the same time. So we'll see. So you're at 0. You're facing 2 sway.
I'm shook.
Yep, you are shook. So, who is next? Who wants to do a thing?
Has anybody other than me not gone?
This is round 3. I think only 2 of you have gone so far. And then plus, of course, Wooster is not because he is negotiating.
Referee is gone. Who went first?
I did.
Yeah.
It's you or me.
Yeah. So it's Bridget and Burke. Though you 2 are left. Sorry.
Do you want to figure out who our competition is, and then I can spread lies about them?
Yeah, I was thinking about something discouraging competition.
Okay.
We have a spot
The
left.
other thing you can do is to manipulate prices, which will add a D10 to the price. Let's see here. But anyways, but competition can also screw you over too, so that's valid too. So Burke, you want to find out who the competition is?
Sure. I can do research. Try to figure out who else has been poking around.
Yep. That's going to be use a charge of a device, but
Okay, I don't have a device. I have a gon. Does that count?
I mean,
it is a device. I can't argue with that logic. But someone else burn off a charge off of you expects.
Referee can do it.
Okay. All right,
Cool,
Burke, make your roll.
I did, so it's a 9 over 7.
All right, so that's a success. So you know that. Let's see here. The Renegades are back. They're a group of bikers and crooks that travel between Trabajo and another enclave called the Clubhouse. They mostly work for Tammy, but take on odd jobs. So they are in town in the enclave. So it is a safe bet to assume that Tammy is asking them to do the job as well. So they're your competition. So anyways, so Copper, if you don't want to go down 2, you need to make a persuade check.
Okay, here we go. Oh yes, Sammy. Yes.
Wait,
You're
can you
quite
succeed
right.
the persuade already?
No, I failed the deception. Is the issue?
Yeah,
I
but
felt-
you. Oh, never mind. I thought you
Yeah.
rolled.
This is a new
Sidekick.
round.
Yeah, sidekick was
Yeah.
on a delay. Is what those rolls are. Shit. Wait, hang on a second. Actually, no, I think I fail. There's nothing I can
Can you
do.
go into will debt?
Nope.
I'm out of will. I'm out. I spent it all. I spent it all to avoid crit failing on giving her flowers and asking her to dinner.
Yep.
Oh yes, Tammy. Yes, you're quite right. And a gentleman always pays his bill, so it's natural we must settle the price lower to reflect.
All right, so you're back down at hazard pay, and she's at. Yep. So, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna sabotage the
Actually, no, you
competition.
go down. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna talk a bunch of shit about the renegades. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna spread rumors that like every success, like anything that happens to them, they just talk about in the clubhouse. So like everybody in the clubhouse knows like all the details of like all the jobs they've done because they can't stop bragging about it. The implication being that when they get this job, they will immediately tell everyone about it.
Nice.
That's a brilliant way to sabotage them. So how do you want to accomplish that? Networking, persuade, deception.
I was gonna use deception.
Deception works perfectly.
I get 11 over 7.
Nice.
All right, you succeed. Tammy will not be using them to undercut you. So good job.
Nice.
So it's the last round, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, you're kind of loggerheads, and neither of you both have one sway.
So let's see if I get it. All the. Also, wouldn't we be down to labor, not hazard pay?
If you fail this check, you will be.
Also, aren't we
so
on round
can
4?
we,
Aren't we on round 4?
Last round was round 4, I thought. This should be round 5.
Yeah, because you guys have a scan for every round.
Yeah, we've all done a scam.
If
And we
each
can't-
person who could do a scam did a scam, that would be 4 rounds.
Okay. So yeah, okay, there's one more round. All right, so she is going to read a spot of yours.
Okay.
As her round. She's not pushing.
Okay.
But you need 2 sway to do that. So you can try and read one of her spots.
Well, if she's not pushing, she's not moving, so I would move her. She has a 0 and I have a 1, so I'd push her back 1, right? So I would get up to 100% markup.
But in heads up dice only advance by pushing and having some left over. You have to have 2 sway to push her.
Okay, cool. Then I will read one of her spots. I'll use sensitivity.
Okay.
We will just sit there staring at each other.
No, just kind of idle chat. Yeah.
Okay.
So
But-
we can't lean on discretion again, right? Like we've already done that once.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't reuse a spot. Yeah. So I get her
what would
last
that-
spot.
Yeah, let's see. So she's not, romantic already worked. Let's see here.
Her weakness is a bad person.
She has a lot of skeletons in her closet that she doesn't. Yeah, she's. You've heard rumor. You realize, just talking to her, that there's a lot of secrets that she wants to keep, even from this. Even when there's in a land with no laws, like there are secrets she doesn't want the community to know about, and this is probably related to burying some of these secrets. So she's the kind of person who even now doesn't want everyone to know the whole truth about her. So
She doesn't want anyone to know that she bought a Juicero pre-crash.
hello. You don't know, but whatever she's up to, it's bad. And you're helping her keep it the extremely bad thing secret. And you're just a pawn in her game. But she also reads yours. And so now we get into the last round. And she's going to be like, well, this job will help provide for your family and keep them safe and sound. And you really just do your job and keep your mouth shut. And that's the important thing. So everyone can you get your bounty and everyone's happy. And because I pay my bills on time, you don't have to worry about that. So she's pushing it too. But you can give me a deception check to try and.
Again, I have no deception. I can't lie.
Yep.
Oh,
1d10.
shit, hang on. I forgot to roll 1d10, yeah.
No.
I have, again, no.
All right, so she's getting 2 sway. So you're going to go back down unless you can persuade, because she'll have 1 over you.
Crit
She's at 2.
success. Crit success.
You have 1 from her. How are you working in your spot?
I'm going to say, now listen, Tammy, I understand. Family is quite important, and I do value my family quite a lot. But me and my family, we've seen quite a lot of things. And I know you have too. In fact, everybody in this in Trabajo has seen quite a few deeply horrific, traumatic things. And frankly, I can't imagine just how horrifically, just deeply frightened they would be to hear about some of the things that you've done and some of the things you've asked people to do. As when you're doing such tasks, it's best to hire a crew that can reliably handle the cognitive strain such tasks impose on them. And I promise you that our crew, we're not only discreet, but we are cognitively capable. We've suffered the worst that children and men can possibly pass on to this world.
All right,
That's what he's gonna say.
Yep, you get that sway now.
Yeah, I make it.
All right, so you're at loggerheads. So you don't lose anything. You're both at 2. So you stay where you are. So you're at hazard pay.
Hazard pay. Yeah.
You're at hazard pay. She's at 100% markup. So now there's no undercutting because for some reason the renegade. She's not really thinking about the renegades for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end you make a leadership check. If you succeed, you go up.
9 over 5, so we're at 100% markup.
You're at 100% markup, so double the cost of the job before labor.
So that's 40?
That's the one we wanted.
Yep.
Woo!
40. Let's see. Plus, you agree to the breakpoint for the price. Well, that's a value.
Yeah, it's a lot more than 40, actually.
Yeah. It's a 2-leg job. So you have 5 takers per legs. Yeah. So that's 10. So that's 50. And then if you figure out your breakpoint, which I believe,
your breakpoint is just your survival plus dependence. So it's the amount of dependence you have plus 1.
Yeah.
So for me, it's 4.
12.
Amount of dependence plus 1, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a total number 12.
Okay.
It's 2
So
plus dependence.
Yeah.
2 plus dependence?
Oh, yeah, because rent. I forgot about rent. Yeah, no, he's right.
Yeah.
2 plus dependence.
Why don't you all just put it in the game chat and then we can figure it out.
5.
Well, dude.
Yeah, just put your character name and then their breakpoint. All right, so you've got a job and you're getting paid a lot of bounty for it.
I put it in dice rolling by accident.
Yeah. Let's see here. 4, 3. So it's 50 for this. So
are we missing one person?
57.
We're missing one.
62. 62. 66.
Talon.
60,
Talon is 3.
So 69?
Nice.
Nice. Blessed job. You leave it 420 today.
Now that we've scored the number, we can't possibly fail.
Yep. All right. So you're making 69 bounty on this job divided by 5 players. That's over 12 per person.
Wait, hang on. Talon was 3, right?
Well, it was 66 before Talon.
Okay.
And someone said it was 3, so that's how I got to 69.
All right, cool.
So yeah. Good job. Now you just have to do the job. So Tammy tells you, all right, so we understand each other. I agree to the amount. This is a really very need to know kind of job. So she reaches in a drawer, pulls out a bag. Inside are 10 little gadgets. Here's what you need to do. You need to get there. You need to put 10 of the in 10 random ones. These little devices and flip them on. They're trackers. And then you need to make sure the red shirts take at least one of those with them. The red shirts. The red shirts are another taker group.
Okay.
And that's it. Red shirts.
Okay.
Red shirts, you can't, and of course, obviously the red shirts can't know you're involved. No one else can know you're involved. And just to make sure the red shirts get them, maybe you make sure no one else touches them. So
only the red shirts can take them.
Yeah, red shirts need to leave with a tracker, and they need not to know that they're being tracked.
Okay, but she's only asking that we put trackers in all of them, and then in 10 of them, not all of them. 10.
Well, I only got
And
10
then-
trackers.
Okay.
You know, I just assume if you distribute them evenly, one of them will be going, because I know they'll be taking the whole machine. They're not going to be stripping them there.
Okay. So the red shirts have to take one, but does it matter if other groups also get one?
I guess not, but I mean, the odds are a lot better if no one else does.
Listen, Tammy. I understand the implicit implications of concepts such as compartmentalization. I need to know. However, perhaps it's best if you tell me what the goal is for the machines that the red shirts do not take. For example, if they take one machine and the other machines are all left alone, it would be interesting us to know what their fate would be.
I know that the red shirts are taking them for salvage. I need to know
Okay.
where they're taking them.
Okay.
And the only way to do that is if you put you get at least one of the. I figure with 10 of them, 10's as many as trackers that I could scrounge up with. You put them in there, then I'll know where they're going, and you don't need to know anything else.
I'm happy not to know anything else. Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
I don't know that you'll be happy not to know what I know.
Well, you haven't told me yet, so I'm happy still.
So, yeah, that's the job. You have to get there and make sure the red shirts are being tracked, and they don't know that anything's up. So, you don't know why Tammy wants this, and you probably don't want to know, or maybe you do. I don't know. That's up to you.
Well, the red shirts aren't the wild geese, so I don't care.
Yeah, you've never heard of them before. She just told you that they're taker group.
I don't like Star Trek anyways.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Like, lots of people want to be after this, right?
Yes.
And we know that the conductor is going to have a job that involves them in some way, some capacity. And the people he's looking at hiring is
Wild geese.
the wild geese.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
But,
that means we're
that's-
probably going to have to shoot at some kids.
We don't have to shoot at them. We just have to make sure the red shirts take one with a tracker in it. That's it.
Would it be worthwhile trying to convince the wild geese not to do their job before we leave?
It'd be worthwhile for you because none of us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the rest of us, it would just mean we wouldn't get any will for the rest of the job, which frankly I think would be horrible.
Yeah, because you spent all yours.
Yeah, I need more will. I gotta get that.
All right. What are you gonna do,
gosh.
Lucky?
This is terrible. This is like Sophie's Choice.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go try and talk to the wild geese because one of my spots is first do no harm.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you go find Father O'Connor. The orphanage is close to the walls. You can hear the scratching and the clacking of teeth of the casualties outside. You see they have some wild geese in training who are working as fencemen, trying to use improvised spears to stab the heads of casualties as other teenagers are cheering them or training them. Father O'Connor is reading the Bible as he's watching this happen. He says, "Oh, hello, Lucky. It is good to see a fellow protector of the community."
Yeah, about that, actually. I'm going to just cut right to the chase. I'm here today to make sure that you can help protect your flock.
Oh?
So I'm sure you've heard about the job going around lately.
Wait, hang on a
the
second.
store.
Can I cut in for 2 seconds?
Sure.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying that we can't also take the conductor's job.
You don't know what the conductor's job is.
Yeah, we'd have
True.
to go ask about it.
Yeah.
True.
That's why
But
we
we
know
could
we can-
also
we can't.
take it, thus preventing the wild geese from being involved. I would just want to highlight that.
While
because
you
it's
were
fun.
negotiating with that job, other characters were doing things.
Oh, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
so they
Yeah.
they probably have already like negotiated for the job, and so I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
try and convince them that it's in their best interest not to do it.
Mhm.
So anyway, yeah, I have information that concerns protecting your flock.
Yes.
So you know that job that's going around, like
Mhm.
it seems like that's going to be a hot location
Oh,
for the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to see if I can maybe get you to delay or call it off.
And why would I do that?
Okay, so out of character, what I understand of the black math is what it's called.
Well, the wild. I mean, the black math is a generic name for zombie. Well, cults that try and kill as many zombies as possible. Imagine black math, but there's Catholic underpinning. So, like, the Lord wants us to kill as many as possible.
Yeah, but he wants us to kill infected, not actual people.
Yeah. I mean, some black math are like, oh, kill Latents too, but like others are like, Latents are great because they can kill a lot more because they can't get infected again. So
yeah. That's what I want to lean on. So I want to be like, listen, like I think this place is going to be a hotbed for like lots of rival takers. So I think you're going to end up risking like a human conflict instead of like your mission, which is to like cleanse the lost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, so it's there's the potential to get a lot of people killed for like no benefit.
Do you have Persuade?
I'm pretty sure I do have Persuade.
All right.
Yeah, I have Persuasion.
All right, give me a Persuade check.
Oh yeah, I make it easy.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your concern with the human life. It was a job that it is not the kind of job that we prefer to take, to be honest. I was kind of surprised that you didn't. However, the conductor has impressed upon us that we do need certain resources to keep the community safe. I will tell you this, though. Our major requirement is that we get a certain number of the network and camera components from these machines. If you could get at least 20 of them, the conductor needs them to make cameras to protect, to watch over the train yards. It would not be, the conductor would not be very happy. To be honest, he wants us to destroy the rest of them, to deny them the community, which seems a waste. But if you give us 20 of them, we will stay back. You can, I assume, of course, that you are only working in the best interest of this community.
You've known me for a long time now. You've seen the work I've done tending the wounded and in dealing with the sick. You know that nothing but the community's best interest is at my forefront of my mind.
Okay. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. So basically, Father O'Connor tells you his group will hang back. And if you contact him before you get back to the Enclave and give him 20 network cards and cameras, components from the juicing machines, that would be enough for him. But he will be in the area. So, scourging as many of the undead as they can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's, I'll just agree on like a tentative meeting point. So that we can go to that instead of trying to spend charges to call him.
Okay. He will be within. He will be very close to that area. So if you show up, he will know. So.
Okay. Yeah.
So you get him out of the way. Very good.
So then I'm going to go share with the group that basically what I had to do is that like one of the potential things is that we might have ran into a crossfire with the wild geese. And I bought that off, which they all love because they think of nothing but the children first. But it's going to cost us 20 machines. or at least the camera parts from 20.
Yeah. If you don't
How
make a
many
mechanic,
machines to a haul?
I will say, I would say 4 whole machines. If you can,
So if we chop it up, it'll be a lot smaller.
well, you have to make a mechanics check or electronics check, or craft whatever the electrician skill is to successfully strip one of just the network and the camera cards.
We have a character
check
that, yeah.
per machine?
No, just one check, and then it's how many per hour you can get, depending on your roll. I'll let you do basically the unmodified black roll per hour. So you could do up to 10 an hour if you roll really well. Does that make sense?
I suppose.
Yeah, and then I guess if you get other people, you can double that because you can direct them. So if you make the check, then you can, if 2 or 3 of you work, you can get it done in an hour or 2. But you have to like unscrew everything, pull them out, blah blah blah. So in fact, I'll let them double it. So for every person that adds on to it. Yeah,
That sounds
But you have to
doable.
yeah. All right. But assuming you get it, apparently there's hundreds of them there. So you could strip 20 and screw, and this also means screwing them back up so they look intact.
What we'll do is we'll take 20. We'll leave 10 outside the door for the red shirts, and then we'll set fire to the warehouse.
Okay, that's a plan.
I was thinking something similar, just not.
You might want to put more than 10 just to make it look less suspicious. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking we break half of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be pretty suspicious if the place I was going to was burning down and there was a pile of loot out front of precisely what I was looking for.
Yeah. So, well, you can talk about that when you get closer. Is anybody else going to do anything before you leave? Aside from saying goodbye to your loved ones and potentially never seeing them again, and blah blah blah.
I'll buy you more of them.
All right, so all of you, the standard procedure for Trabajo, they make a lot of noise on the opposite side of the enclave to lure all the casualties away. They open the gate, and you all rush out, and off you go into the there. So
let's go save some children.
Yay!
Yay!
That's the motivation that I'm pushing you all towards. Is if we do this job, we save the children.
Yep.
The kids.
Kids.
Also, we get paid a ton of money.
Yep.
But it's the kids. It's the kids. Obviously, that's what I was thinking about this whole time.
All right. So, first one, everyone can give me an awareness check.
I will be
Leg or
using
just,
my
like, right out the gate?
binoculars.
All right. Yeah, this is visual. Binoculars will work.
Awareness?
Yeah,
What if
it's
you don't
under
have awareness?
ADP.
Oh, okay.
I made mine.
Yeah. When you run, instead of rolling that, like when you make an unskilled check, Bridget, you just roll 1d10 and you try and equal or under your attribute. So if your ADP is 2, you need to roll a 2 or less on a d10.
I made mine.
Easy. Made it.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So all of you are going through a forested area, sort of, overgrown a little bit. And you notice a particular tree on the side of a hill that has a bright blue rope tied around it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this the first leg, or is this just
Yes.
like we're okay? Cool.
First leg. Oh yeah, first leg. Everyone mark off 1 ration because walking uses energy.
I'm so hungry.
I mean,
Where do we see our rations on our sheet?
ration. Well, on the normal sheets, it's on the bottom right of page 1.
It's under the little man, person, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, person. So yeah, if if you're using the pre-gen, obviously it's not on there because they just have the stats. So,
But you have 10. Right?
Yeah, you
it's
have
always 10.
10.
All
Okay.
items have 10 charges unless they are hungry, in which case they still have.
And all people have 10 rations.
Yeah.
Also, you can use that app that I linked earlier. I think one of the Red Markets fans made it, and you can just like have boxes to just and you can just click them and reduce the number you have, which is very helpful. So if you want to use that.
Anyway, there's a bright blue rope tied around the tree, and looks fairly new. It's not weathered. It's obviously something placed recently. Anybody with foresight can make a check.
I have foresight, yeah.
Yeah.
You're all sort of looking at it.
I made it.
Made it.
All right. Colored ropes like that are often used to mark finds. Scavengers around here use them. The colors and codes are often unique to each group. But because it's blue and not red or yellow or anything like that, you think it's a good thing. It's usually a good thing. Usually warnings are more easily interpreted, or they use big red X's or something like that to mark a warning. So you think there's some kind of resource or something in the area around that tree. Well,
currently I'm breaking even, so we should go check that out.
No one rolled a critical success, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't bother to roll. Let me check.
Okay.
Is that a critical success? Was it when the numbers match but you win?
Yeah. Well, numbers even matches are critical successes.
Regardless of whether or not you win, yeah.
Yeah. So 2 9s is bad, 2 8s is great.
Okay.
It's an odd system, and I totally can't even.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So
Thanks, I hate it.
nobody crit success. You can always spend a resource or reference to call and have it identified, or one person. Well, the thing is, you also know, there might be traps and there might be warnings. So do you all want to make scavenging checks? In which case, if one person fails, everyone will suffer. Or do you want to sort of like have your best scavenger try and scavenge?
Can I take a will to just run over there immediately with my tough spot of scavenger and seeking opulence gain and little trinkets for the kids to start digging around?
Get a will off a tough spot.
No, tough spots are not like that. That's what weak and
okay.
tough spots. Tough spots are like unique mechanical advantages.
Okay.
Good try though.
I think we should send our best scavenger.
Does anyone
I have a 2.
All right.
3.
Oh yeah, you go,
1.
Mr. 3.
All right, I'm on my way over, rolling my scavenger.
Are there assist rolls? Oh, crit success.
Critical success.
Oh, great. Talon, you recognize exactly what this is. There is a very large fresh patch of morel mushrooms growing at the base of this tree. A rare delicacy, and you do know that there are people in some of the enclaves around here who would pay to have it droned out to them as luxuries like this are worth quite a bit of bounty.
Morel madness is real.
Yeah, you can either harvest them to replace one ration of food because it's just mushrooms. It's not super filling. I mean, they're really tasty mushrooms. Or if you want to spend networking and resources or time to wait around and networking to call someone and try and hey, I got some more mushrooms. Want to pay for a drone to come pick them up? You could make some bounty off of that. But if you pick them and carry them back to you, they're going to get battered and they're not going to be fresh by the time you get back.
Who has the bike?
Yeah.
I do.
What if you stay behind while the rest of us move on ahead, and then you catch up with the bike? Would that work, Ross? So that we don't lose any time?
It would work, but everyone's making self-control checks because you're splitting the party up.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with that.
We have 2 bikes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but he has saddlebags. I have a basket. Mechanically, they're very different.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just here's the thing. I was thinking that maybe we leave both people with the bikes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 2 by 2.
So
2 by 3.
because I don't want to leave somebody by themselves in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Other question: does one of those 2 bike people have a Ubik?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So can we keep it? You both have Ubik. Great. So can we all spend a charge? Can one of them and me spend a charge off for Ubik to just keep in contact? I have Blackstone TACnet, so we could just keep in contact while they're back there to ignore the self-control check. Would that work, Ross?
Yeah, sure. It'd be fine. As long as there's no complications.
I'm sure there won't be.
Other bicycle person, is your Ubik hungry or not?
Not. Oh,
Uh,
actually, hungry. I mean,
Then I'll spend a charge. Mine is not.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So who's going to make a networking check to find a buyer? Who has a networking above 1?
My
0.
networking is 1.
Oh, sorry, who?
Bridget.
Nobody?
I
I
have
have
it
a
at 1.
networking of 1.
Yeah, me and Bridget have it at 1.
That's
Who
it?
has Will
All right.
left?
Oh, I'm sorry. Mine is actually 3 because I have a networking bonus app. I have Professional, the application for my laptop. So I have it at 3 technically.
All
So
right.
I'll roll.
All right. You should have spent
Is
the
that,
charge.
is that another charge? Yeah, that's another charge. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is a 9 over 4.
Yes.
All right. The Darlingtons. Fucking love morale mushrooms. They're at. Let's
Instead
see
of a
here.
drone, is it just one of their family members on like a little tiny helicopter? Or something?
No, it's on the city of the. They're at City on the Hill, a prepper community that took over a strip mall and a nearby bank. They're pretty. They've been doing pretty well. And yeah, they're willing to pay you. Let's see here. I'll say 6 bounty for this.
Sure.
We
Okay.
should ask them to pay us in grenades.
Actually, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Hang on, I have a better question. Can I roll intimidation to threaten them into giving us more?
They're fucking mushrooms. They're not. I mean, like it's not gonna.
Well,
work.
it's a delicacy. You know, this is the lost. People don't get delicacies very often. I'll say, you know, I can give you these mushrooms, or I can stamp on them in front of you, and you can watch as something you could, you know, something along those lines. Can I do that?
I killed a man for a bottle of cayenne pepper.
I mean, you can try. Do you have sensitivity?
I do have sensitivity. Should I roll that first?
Sensitivity? Yeah, maybe. With this fucking.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Okay, I really made that.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible idea. Like, it's like they're just gonna call you an asshole and talk shit about you on the internet. Like,
Ross has never been a foodie, I can tell.
yeah,
They'll talk shit about me on the internet. Curses, my one weakness. Okay,
yeah.
I won't do that then.
Look at this crazy asshole.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, to be fair, in the Lost, the internet is kind of the only thing we have.
No,
Yeah.
of course, I'm just being silly.
yeah. So no, intimidation would not work for this. It's a fixed price: 6 bounty or one item that's worth less than 6 bounty. You know.
Wait, hang on. How much is a mortar?
The mortar is more. You can't have that drone to you. Like it has to be.
Well, they are.
Boss, it's the future. We have 3D printers, and Donald Trump is president.
No, Donald Trump is dead in this future. Cause
Do we already have a sledgehammer or something that we can use to very quickly smash a lot of juicer?
I have a club. Yeah, I have a club.
I have an axe. An axe.
Oh, by the way, since we're sticking around here, can I roll scavenging to find a club?
yeah. Go
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
clubs are such great items.
You find stick. Can you?
No, I cannot.
No, you can't find.
Where
good
is
stick?
stick?
Stick is
No
far
stick.
from- let's see.
On the subject of payment, I'm just going to point out that grenades with 1 upgrade are less than 6.
All right, yeah, they can give you grenades.
A mortar is 4 upkeep, but that's they're times 2, so it's 8
Yeah.
upkeep to buy.
So
one.
do you
They're
want the
also
grenades or do you
specialized.
want?
Nobody here has shoot artillery.
Oh
do
no,
they?
no. Grenades are also technically 8 bounty because it's double upkeep to buy.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
only
let's
times
just
1
take
when
the
you're
bounty.
buying. At the
I'll say
beginning. Just
you
take
can
the
get
bounty.
base
Yeah.
grenades if you instead of 6 bounty.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, you
Just
want
get
6
the bounty.
bounty? All right.
Let's get this.
Okay.
I will-
Sorry, Bridget.
how much would a silencer for our handgun cost?
It's
One.
1 bounty, but you're not going to be able. You'd have to make a mechanics check to fit it on in time, because it's not like a movie. It's all your guns are scavenged and been used for 5 years. It's hard to get that shit to fit.
How about 1 silenced handgun?
Yeah, 1 silence handgun would be under bounty.
Yeah, you can do that.
Do anyone need
we get 2 bounty as well, or just the silence handgun?
Just the silence handgun.
Okay.
I'm okay
So
with
we
that.
get
Let's
2
just
bounty on
take
that.
the bounty.
Okay. Well, Copper's the one making the deal. What is it?
I want the gun, Copper.
What do you want the gun, Bridget? What are you gonna do? Shoot me in the back? Oh,
Yeah.
what are you
I
gonna do?
saved a
Shoot
bunch of
children with
ki-
it?
I saved a bunch of kids for you. You can
Listen.
give me the gun. Kids
Listen.
with guns.
Oh, you didn't save them. They're in the area fighting zombies. They're not safe. For all I know, you're gonna be running off shooting the kids.
You
with
know,
the silencer.
no, you know what I did? You're right. I saved you. I saved you from having to shoot at children. Do you feel better about yourself now?
No.
How are you going to protect the
don't.
Federation?
Hearing one
All
hammer
right.
awkward
I don't.
conversation,
I'll
ride
get
my
the silence handgun because I
You
feel
guys
bad.
have been yelling so much, a bunch of casualties.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Yep. That was in character.
Yes.
It
Definitely.
was funny.
I ordered
so
the
yeah.
silence handgun because I'm a gentleman. Damn it! I'm
All right, you
obsequious.
ordered that. The drone is on its way. Arrgh! Clack, 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 clack. All right. I'm not gonna say they're one distance away. That's a little dumb. They are. I'm gonna say they're 3 shambles away. There are 9 of
They're
them.
under my feet.
Yep. So yeah,
We
you
better
all have
start
initiative.
shooting these.
You
Uh,
should.
You go ahead and do that. I'm going to ride my bicycle away.
And then everything
All
falls
right,
apart.
we'll go from my left to right. So, Lucky, what is your action?
Aren't they too far away to participate?
We haven't left yet. This was us arguing about what
you
to
haven't
get.
finished negotiations. You were all
Yeah.
arguing about whether you wanted bounty or a silenced gun. And
Well, that's
like,
good.
So 3 shambles away isn't immediately life-threatening, so
No,
I don't.
that's 1 shamble away.
Yeah, so I don't want to use my firearm yet. I'm just gonna point at the zombies and be like, "Do something about this."
The way firearms work is it's a once per loud noise source thing. So once you use it, it's that 1d10 more. There's a chance that 1d10 more zombies show up. But then you can use it as much as you want. Like it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah, but
it's
we haven't done a loud thing yet, have we?
no, you have not, except for
And
yelling.
Then I don't want to. Then I don't want to shoot the gun.
All right. So you're just waiting.
Mine is silenced. I can shoot them.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a shooting check.
Bang bang.
Yep, that's the idea. You succeed.
I just
Yeah, take off. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, though.
All right. That looks like it's a success. So
yeah, it is. Mark
all
off
right.
a charge.
Yep. So there's
Actually, I have automatic, but I can't spend that after I roll. Can I?
I believe you can. Let me look
Yeah,
at
you
it.
I
can.
think
Automatic
automatic
is you can
allows-
spend after.
Yeah.
How does
to
it
do
work?
More damage.
It's just 1 for additional charge. So you can actually spend 8 more bullets and kill them all.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no, I won't spend 8. I won't spend 8 more to kill them all. Wait, and wouldn't it be 7 more because I killed 1 just now?
Well, there were 9 total. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
My bad. I misread. I'll spend 4 more.
okay. So you spend a total of 5 bullets to kill 5 zombies.
Yes.
All right. Good job. There are 4 left.
Wait, I just want to picture this image. I cede on the firearm because I am a pansy who cannot maintain an argument because I was trained to be a butler and given to whatever anybody else wants. And then the zombies come immediately just turn and like John Wick, double tap like 5 of them in the head immediately.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that's
more
why
like
I
you host
wasn't.
them down. You host them down with the automatic pistol.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's why I wasn't concerned. Is because I knew you would take care of the zombies.
All right. Very good. So referee, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll shoot with my silenced handgun,
All right.
and I'll miss.
Great. You're not zeroed in yet. Talon, what about you?
I'm going to play my weak spot of easily angered and spend this round screaming at the other 4 for rewarding my found of the morel mushrooms with zombies.
All right. I will say 1 more shows up. I'm not going to roll. So we're at the 5 zombies.
I get the willpower, right?
You get the willpower. Good job.
So, okay, so
That's a good zombie to willpower ratio,
For-
I'll admit.
yeah.
yeah, for a question here, is insisting that I get the handgun instead of the grenades or whatever it is everybody else wanted. Is that play into you need me more than I need you?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you get a willpower too. So
Woo!
yeah.
Tight.
Good job. And finally, Burke.
Let's see. I'll ready my axe and just stand
Okay.
my party of the zombies because I
All
have
right.
certain armor apparently.
Yeah. Now they're 2 shambles away. So Lucky, are you still standing there? Just waiting.
So how many of them are 2 shambles
5.
away? 5 of them are 2 shambles away. I'm not
mhm.
going to worry about it until it gets to 1 shamble away.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't it 1 shamble close combat? Like, it's not
Yep,
1 that's
it
zero,
is.
it's just 1.
Actually,
right?
couldn't we have converted our Twitch to a new shot? Since full offense. would be
Oh
way
yeah,
better.
yeah. I guess you could have. Yeah.
I won't do it because I feel like I would have had to declare it, and I didn't.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's my bad.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's fair. All right, so Wooster, you can go and give me a shot.
This time I will declare full offense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a hit.
All right.
So that's bad.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, that's a crit failure.
It is. Gun jams. Great.
Gun jams.
Yep.
Wooster goes, "Oh, that's just impolite."
Yep.
Just starts immediately trying to unjam the gun.
All right, give me a self-control check because that's stressful.
Yeah. Only a little bit. I make it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Everything's
It's
fine.
fine. Because referee's there to cover your ass.
I'll full as well.
All right.
Yeah.
1 down.
All right. You're down to 4. Do you want to just spin? Do you have automatic on your gun?
Oh.
No.
Oh, and I missed the second one.
All right. There's 4 left.
This is literally all my fault. I could have killed them all.
All right. You're
Shut
all
up!
gonna have
You
to make
didn't!
cash.
I didn't want to spend the charges.
You didn't want to spin the charge. All right. They're getting real close. In
Didn't
fact,
anyone else have actions left?
I mean, Talon. Yeah.
They can run into combat. They could use their twitch and attack to hit him in the face, but nobody
Yeah.
wants to apparently.
Well,
No.
if it's my action, I mean, we didn't do initiative, so I've been waiting for someone to call on me.
Yeah. It's Justin. It's your turn. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take 2 shots, 2
Okay.
charges off of my handgun, 2 charges off of my Ubix specs for Deadeye's hack.
Okay.
I'm rolling at a +4.
Okay. And is that a silenced gun?
It is.
Okay.
A
Critical
hit and a critical
success.
success.
Critical success. Yeah. I'll say you get 2, so you get a total of 3. So that gives us down to 1, I believe, or 2.
1.
1. All right.
Wait, no, I thought you
If
said there
it
were 4
bites
just
me,
now,
I'm
so
gonna bite
wouldn't we
every
be
one
at
of
2?
you.
Well, he crit success, so I'd say he lined it up. Just
Oh, okay.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
So finally, I guess Smoke, Burke, you can
Yeah,
melee that last one if you want.
That was my plan. Yeah, I'll go finish off the last one with my X.
All right. Be sure to spend at least 1 ration for the effort.
Oop, that's a miss.
All right.
That's a miss by 1, yeah.
Okay. You're now in melee with the range. Now give me an athletics check to not get ripped up. Whoops.
If you get ripped up,
Hey,
I can save you. It's fine.
I have
So
carpet armor. I'll be fine.
let's find out where that is. First one will be location and then the amount of damage when I roll. So location 8 and 6 damage. So 6 damage to hit location your chest. So 6
Chest.
healing
Okay.
damage. So that's 2 X's along each one. Zombie, unless you have carpet armor. Do you have carpet armor on your chest?
No,
No,
it's
that's
around
zombie.
my arms and legs.
Okay.
Lots of
Ow,
greaves.
ow. That's not good. Make a self-control check for trauma. Because
Wait, are you immune?
he is latent.
I am immune.
Oh, he's
What?
latent. Okay.
Yeah. So I passed self-control.
All right. Yep. This just another day. So we'll go. We'll start the next round, but you'll go first because you're in melee with it. So you can go and remember you can overspin on rations to improve your axe or athletic or your athletic check.
Come on, Brick. Pity the dragon. Venerate the count.
So what is it, like 1 ration per +1?
Yeah, 1 to buy the roll, and then every one is a +1.
All right, so I'll do 1. Yeah,
All right, so just for your roll. Oh, which is all you need.
for that hits.
Kill
Boom.
zombie.
Headshot.
Good job.
Yay.
All right.
Ah, fuck. Smoke, you all right? Lucky. See to him.
Not the first time. It's fine. I don't need your compassion.
Just a little titty twister. You know.
You sure you don't want me to put something on that? Wrap it up a little?
Woody. I guess it's a little oozy. Might as well.
Oh.
I
All right.
observe closely, deciding if he'll be the next thing I scavenge.
Well, first off, let's do that. You have zombies to fucking the
Yes.
scavenge.
Scavenger.
So Bridget, go ahead and give me a
Yes.
medical check. Are you overspending to give a bonus to your roll? You spend. Okay, how many are you spending total?
I'm gonna spend 2.
All right, so you get a +1 to your roll, an additional +1. So.
And what skill do I use for profession doctor? I assume.
Yeah, profession doctor.
That looks like a crit fail.
Yeah, it is.
So if I so you said if I spend 1, I can turn that into a regular fail.
Yes.
Because
Maybe to do that.
Because if I spend 1, like I don't, it doesn't. It's not like I get to count my bonus to it, right?
No.
It's just a fail.
Yeah.
What's the consequences of failure? Just
You
normal
inflict
failure.
more damage on him.
Or you
Normal
get exposed
failure?
to his blood, and everyone will then realize that
Yeah,
either you're
well,
immune.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you told the rest of your group that you're immune?
So let's talk about. So what would a critical failure look like, and what does normal failure look like?
A normal failure means you do no damage to him. Critical failure normally means you make an infection check. Actually, if you either a regular failure or a crit failure means you have to make an infection check. And crit failure means you inflict killing damage based on your black die, which in this case is 1. So you inflict.
Wouldn't
one
a better summary of this just be normal failure is he doesn't take any damage, crit failure is he doesn't take any damage, and Ross gets to smile and cackle?
Yeah.
Well, any type of failure results in a possible infection when dealing with latents.
So Ross always smiles at failure.
No.
Oh, that's rough. But hey, bust mode.
I mean, latents are really infectious. That's their whole thing. Yeah. So the other people all have to make stress checks unless they know you're immune. Yeah. So what do you want to do, Lucky?
I'll spend 1 willpower to just make it a normal failure.
All right. So you don't take any more damage.
So do I roll an infection check to like pretend that I?
You can make a deception check if you have that.
Yeah, I would love to make a deception check and be like, oh, thank God my medical training has kept me from.
Yep.
Fucking. Can I spend Okay, so what do I get to spend rations on?
Physical things, melee and athletics. So anything where you'd be burning a lot of calories.
You can't spend anything to modify persuasion checks, can you?
I mean, there's some Ubik things, I think, but other than that, no.
So I could spend my
remaining
my other willpower to swap those.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. I will do that.
All right. So all of you see this. You know, she tries to do it, but it's a squirting wound. But fortunately, she has her mask on and she takes it off just in time, and she's clearly not infected. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
dear.
The only ethical thing to do in that case, the only polite thing to do in that case, is put a bullet in somebody's head. So,
well,
wow,
he's
not even gonna wait to see if they're latent. I see who I'm working with.
No. It's about polite.
I have suppressant. Like I could have just taken some if I got infected.
Oh, that changes everything.
So there are 10 bodies now. Someone can scavenge.
I have a question. Does that count as 1 mob or 2 mobs, Ross?
One mob.
Even though one of them showed up separately?
Yeah, it's the same mob. It was a sleepy zombie. It took a little while, extra yelling to wake up. So, yeah, it's 1 mob.
All you can get off of these corpses is bounty by the rules. I'm not touching them.
All right.
Who's saying that? Is that Talon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I could try, says referee.
All right. Go and give me a scavenge check. That is a regular failure.
I'll try to.
You cannot. One and done. Yep.
Oh, I forgot about that.
If there was a better scavenger in our team, they should have stepped up.
Yep.
It was me.
So Do we know if the other person? So the other person that's immune on the team, which I've already forgotten which of you that is.
I think referee, you're immune, right?
We have 3 immunes. We have Wooster, Referee, and Lucky.
I'm not
All
immune.
What are you then?
I'm a scavenger.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
I'm kind of immune-ish.
Are you a late?
Yeah, we know. We all know Brick's a latent. It's pretty obvious Brick's a latent.
2 immune, a latent, and 2 scavengers.
Okay, so
Yeah,
but
I
do
didn't
we,
has
know,
not
I didn't know he
told
was a late
anyone.
until just now.
do we know that referee is immune?
No, you do not
Okay.
know that Referee is immune.
All right. Yeah, you're fondling dead bodies, but I think with regular scavenging, you need a crit failure to.
You do.
Yeah,
yeah.
those are the rules. Yeah.
So yeah, you can fondle corpses without too much of a threat. So
Referee nudges them carefully and just shakes his head at the team.
Yep. They've been sitting in the forest for a while. So actually, by this time, the fucking drone shows up. You don't have to split the team up. It turns out. So you carefully harvest the morel mushrooms, and you have a new silenced handgun.
Thank you.
know,
I appreciate it.
It's got 5 bullets in it. So you'll have to, if you shoot more than 5 times, you'll have to spend a refresh to reload it. Because that's how the gun rules work. So
And it's a task action to reload in combat. Yeah.
yeah, I believe so. I'm not gonna look that up, but I will take your word for it. It's been a while since I've run red markets, actually, weirdly enough.
So it came with the maximum number of charges. Then is what you're saying?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
by default a handgun is hungry, which means it uses 2 charges.
Yes. Yeah. So it has all 10, and it still has hungry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It just has silenced. So
Also,
yeah.
I think per the rules, like a charge isn't a bullet; it's like a number of bullets. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like you have magazines and you can do like badass reloads and stuff.
Yep.
Could I strip the handgun I have now to refresh it?
What upgrades does your regular handgun have?
Nothing.
To like get the ammo out of it.
Yeah.
Well, couldn't you pirate it? Like, Flintlock, golden age of piracy it? Like you got a gun and need 2 guns, and when you're done with
one
the
is
first one,
loud,
just throw it on
one
the ground?
isn't.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
Bridget, I'm gonna pick odd or even, then roll a d10. If you call it right, then it's the same caliber, and you can.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a
Okay.
different caliber.
Even. Damn.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, one's a 38, one's a 9mm. So
Well, you have a backup weapon.
They gave you a silenced Mataber for some reason.
So anyway, upward and onward. So the next leg. So as you continue on, everyone burn off a ration. And then who has the highest foresight in the group?
I have 2.
1.
Okay. All right. So Lucky, give me a foresight check.
Fuck.
Okay. You're fine.
You're out of will, aren't you?
Everything's fine.
You're fine. So you totally didn't notice that the weather was changing really suddenly, and all of you are caught out in the open as an intense summer storm slams into you. And the water, all of you are hit with the water, and all of you feel your skin starting to itch, or there's some sort of irritant in the water.
Oh, fuck. Is this a rain out?
It's not good, whatever it is.
Scavenger top!
Yep. So it's also blinding. It's just coming down in sheets. So all of you huddled together. As you're going up sort of the side of the hill, you saw that there's a boarded up diner near you when the water hit. There was also a curve on the road that had an overhang. So you can all sort of huddle to one or the other. Or you can look for some other shelter if either of those doesn't go. So I will just go from left to right because you can't communicate with each other because it's just pouring and it's thundering and it's loud. So
Wait,
Is
can I
either-
get a-
Is
Can I get a
everyone
little cover?
closer?
they're about you were in the middle of the road because you didn't want to be too close to either thing. So yeah, it's going up a hill, curving around. On the right side, the diner is towards the end. The road curves up to the left, and there's an overhang at the curve. So just kind of a rocky, muddy outcropping. So I will just at this time I'll go from right to left. So Smoke, what do you want? Where are you heading?
Yeah, I was gonna head up towards the outcropping.
All right. All right. Talon, where are you heading? Talon, your mic's mute.
I guess I'm heading for the outcropping. Can I make a freebie awareness check first to see if I can spot an even better place to dodge the rain?
If you want to stay out there, it will be a self-control to stay out in the rain.
No, fuck that. I'm heading for the outcropping.
Yeah, it's miserable. Referee, what about you?
Referee will do the
Outcropping?
no, the awareness check.
The diner? Oh, you are?
No, awareness check. He'll take the self-control hit.
Yeah, give me
to find a better
self-control check. Well,
all right.
I'll get back to you in a second. And then let's see here. Wooster?
Can I get a willpower to scream, "A gentleman never forgets his umbrella," and just fucking book it and just Kool-Aid Man through any of the boarded up parts of the diner?
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
I've always wanted to use Kool-Aid Man as a verb.
Yeah. You do get that will.
I fail.
All right. You fucking slam into it's boarded up pretty well. So you slam your left knee for 2 stun on it. Yeah, so that fucking sucks. And give me self-control check in a second, or give me self-control check. I'll come back to you.
I'll do it right now, yeah. I fail on my self-control check.
All right. Lucky, what about you?
How much do I take?
I'll get to you a second first. I'm gonna get everybody's
I'm sorry. Okay.
I wanted to go to the rocky outcropping.
Yeah.
But like after like fucking Booster over here like tries to go jump into this building and just like slams against the side. Like she had kind of been walking to she turns back and to like go pick him up.
Okay. All right, you go and pick him up.
Booster's not a child. He'll be fine.
I'm gonna lean on my Hippocratic oath.
All right, give me a self-control check. Get a will back because you're lingering out in the rain. So those of you who linger out in the rain,
easy.
Those of you who make it, you don't take any. Those of you who fail, take 1 stress because this is fucking just your skin is gonna God, this hurts. Well, it doesn't hurt. It's just fucking really irritating. And it's cold too, so you're just miserable. Anyway, so let's see here. Referee, did you make your awareness check?
Not yet, but I will use my binoculars.
You cannot. It is.
I still have 3 in awareness, so that's 10 over 1.
Rain's coming down in sheets. Visibility is low. So.
No crit success? Or was it crit success needed?
Regular. Was it a crit success?
He just wasn't prepared.
No, it's regular success.
Okay, regular success. There is a overturn. There is a truck. There's a parked like Escalade large vehicle that near in sort of an overgrown parking lot next to the diner. Looks like the roof is intact and the windows are intact. So you could, if you can get the door open, you can get in there.
I will send a message over the Blackstone app with my Ubix specs. That's a charge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. To everyone that I found a better hiding spot for this store.
Okay. All right. So are you heading to that?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Are you just going to carefully look around through the windows before you get in, or are you just diving in?
Carefully.
All right. Give me another self-control check because you're lingering out in the rain.
I did not roll self-control for the first one. Should I have?
Okay. Yes. Roll twice. Each failure is a stress.
All right. Roll 2d10. That's a success.
All right.
Roll 2d10, and I will spend for my trigger guard for this one. And I didn't need to, but oh well.
All right, so you manage. You look in. There's no casualties in there. The door is unlocked. Fortunately, it looks like it was ajar. So you get in there. So meanwhile, I believe Smoke, and Talon were in the outcropping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're fine. I mean, comparatively, you're out of the rain. You're in the outcropping.
Carpet
I
the
ask
most
Smoke if he has a smoke.
Don't,
Aw.
but good one.
All right, so we'll get back to you in a second as we find out what the other two, what Lucky and Wooster are doing, because they're out in the rain. So
Everyone's gotten an idea of where the place I had in is, though.
if they have,
If they have Ubix specs or a laptop.
Mhm.
Does Wooster have either of those things?
Wooster has a laptop, but he is focused on getting inside because he thinks that it's better shelter, and
Sure,
he
I'm
doesn't
gonna
respond
help.
well to things.
I'm gonna help Wooster get into.
All right, into the diner.
Yeah, he's just gonna at this point he's just gonna take out his club and just smash through. Can I spend a charge off my club to just get in?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm really hoping there's.
I hate the
something
way
to
you
do
say that. I just do.
Oh, I actually love the way he says that.
Yeah. Yeah, you just make a lot of noise getting in the diner.
Well, it's loud out. It's rain.
Yeah, no, which isn't riling
It's totally
up
fine.
the inhabitants of
fine.
it. Oh, wait, it is. You don't even have to check.
It's
There's
fine.
casualties in the kitchen of the diner that are getting up. So you can, they're getting up, they're moving around. They probably have already, pinged you, or they probably already know that you're there.
Can I shoot him?
Well, you're out in the little lobby area of the restaurant, of the diner. They're in the kickback kitchen.
Okay.
And it's dark because it's a thunderstorm, and the building's not lit, so you can't see them. You can just hear them clanging, kicking metal pans on the floor around and shit like that. So
Boy, that's aesthetic.
Yeah. So yeah, they're just making a lot of noise back there. You can't tell how many there are. You only have a little bit of light from where you are because you put a hole through one of the boarded windows. And you can feel the rain at your back. So yeah, what are you two doing? You have probably a minute or two before they get out there.
Okay. So let's just start with Wooster. Like, are you gonna go fight some zombies?
I'm trying to decide if that would snap him out of it. I think it would. I think it would probably snap him back to his senses. If that's acceptable, because I know I took a will for this, so I'm obligated to act a little stupid.
You awoke a mob of zombies. That's fine. Like,
Okay,
during
cool.
a thunderstorm. Good job.
Okay. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. So I guess what Wooster will do is there like a lip over the top of the hotel? Or not hotel, diner. And what kind of diner is this? Like you said there's like an entryway.
What of the diner? Like, what do you mean? Like, what?
I know like some diners have like the roof sort of comes out a little bit and like sort of a point.
Oh, like you mean like an overhang?
Yeah, like an overhang.
The overhang's been torn away. It's long gone.
Okay.
So
okay. Well, would it be
This reminds me of an old Taker campfire song called "They Died on the Way to the Job."
You don't get a will for that, but I'm tempted.
Moxie?
Yeah, you get a Moxie. Remember it next time I run a clip space for you.
You know I will. I've done it before.
All right.
So what kind of diner is this? Is there like a formal entryway? Like I know a lot of diners you open up the door.
A greasy spoon kind of place.
Okay. So that means like the entryway is kind of like an antechamber sort of thing, right?
Yep. Please wait to be seated.
And that's still boarded up, or with my crit fail, is that what I kicked out?
You kicked out one of the windows. Like
one of the windows. Okay, so that's like really not that big a deal. There's still
it was actually pretty well boarded up until you fucking made a hole in it.
Fucked up the window. I am going to turn to Lucky, return to my senses. My hat, my bowler is it's been collecting rain, so there is just like a torrential flood, like a waterfall over my face, and I am very sad looking. And I say, I guess we go back to the car now.
I guess we go back to the car now.
I'm gonna go over to the car.
Let's roll another stress check, I suppose, for being out in the rain some more.
Yep.
Sure. Ah, crit fail.
It's in your eyes.
Yeah, it is in your eyes. Give me a fucking. Let's see here.
Well, that was a self-control check I just failed there. So.
Yeah. Well, no, it gets in your eyes. Give me a strength check. Use strength as your skill. Yeah.
I'm very strong. I'm not strong. I'm very
right,
weak.
you don't
in fact,
get
so I fail.
You fail it?
I fail.
Okay.
Yeah, I fail it.
Your eye's infected with something. So that's going to be great.
Infected with something?
Well, yeah.
Oh, shit!
Control check.
How much do I lose from the first one?
Let's see here. Well,
I failed that one too.
Oh, yeah. 2 stress.
Okay, so I'm at 3. Wooster's day out.
Yeah.
It's going great.
All right, give me a second one for trauma for your eye no longer working.
Oh my god, it doesn't work at all anymore? Both of them? Okay, I make that one.
Yeah, I told you this water's not good for you. It's fucking making your skin all
water. That's fair. I made the second one. Right. I don't mind. Bodily harm is
all right. So you're both running into the Escalade, right? So you both get in the Escalade. Lucky, did you make your self-control check?
No, but it was just a normal fail, so it's just the 1 stress.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So yeah, the 2 of you dive in the car. Soaked at this point.
Where are the others?
Yeah.
Ross, you want me to take any damage to my head at all?
No, not yet. It's a specific kind of disability at this point. It's not like.
Do you want me to look at your eye?
Yes, I'm going to turn to you.
You can. Do you want to spend any charges? You had to spend 1 on your first aid kit.
I still have to spend 1 to buy, and then I can spend more to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sure. I'm going to spend 2 so I get 1 bonus.
Total of 2, yeah. So you have +4 to your roll, I believe.
Okay, so I make that.
All right. You clean out his eye. This takes a little bit of time. But you fortunately have some sterile ice, cleaner.
Visine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
While they do that, referee will search around inside the Escalade.
Give me a
glove box and stuff.
Yep.
Maybe they left a golf bag in the back.
Maybe.
You know what? I would actually almost prefer that to the handgun.
All right.
Nothing.
All right. Meanwhile, at the outcropping, you two can barely see the diner, and you see the door swing open again, and a couple figures stumble out of it. You don't know if they see you, but there's, we'll say, 4 casualties walking around in the rain. So, what do the 2 of you do? You don't know where they're going to be heading. They might just wander off because there's so much noise in the thunderstorm, or they might lock onto you. You could just freeze and hope they don't, in which case it's a self-control check to do that. Or you could go out and fight them in the rain, which is going to suck. Or you could try and, I don't know. What do you want to do?
I stare deeply into Smoke's eyes, willing him to stand still and stare deeply into mine.
Together. Teamwork.
I think you mean passionately.
I do.
Yes.
Bond is going to form on this quest.
I'm going to spend a will to flip my failed self-control.
Okay.
Same. It gives me strength.
It's a shared passion.
All right.
I was really hoping you'd both crit succeed.
All right. Yeah, they wander off away from all of you. Your focus was the key. You are Schwarzenegger hiding in the mud from the predator. Good job.
Drove them off with the fifth force.
So the thunderstorm
I
takes
start
some while
showing
to
Smoke
pass.
my extensive collection of bolts. I've got 832s and 632s and quarter inch and 3/8 and half inch, and you don't even know what.
God. You're a
carpet.
I think there's 2 N's in innuendo, right? Oh no,
Yeah.
there's 3. I'm sorry.
So, all of you need to spend one more ration for food. It takes some time.
Yep.
You realize this thunderstorm hit the entire area, so all the other takers in the area are also going to be delayed by this, or they're all going to eat some shit trying to go through it. So that's good, levels the playing field a little bit. But it ends, and you get to within sight of your destination. It's basically a 4-story office building with a very large parking lot around it. It was at the edge of a highway, so it's pretty wide, flat, open ground all around. There's a good number of ruined cars in the parking lot. Parts of the building look scorched. It's a concrete building. Most of the windows have been smashed at this point. But yeah, it looks like the 4th floor is mostly intact. Most of the windows are there or boarded up. Looks like at some point some people try to make a go of it there. But yeah, you don't know right now. We'll say it's late afternoon. It's clearing up some, and it's summer. You got 3 hours of daylight left, and you're at the tree line beyond the parking lot. So basically, tree line, open ground, parking lot with a little cover, then the edge of the building itself. And then past the building is more open ground, and then a slope leading down to the highway. Does that make sense?
We have 2 ways to approach from. One is from the forest, and one is from the highway.
Well, I mean, either way, you're going over open ground. In fact, you're at the forest side, and the forest goes straight to the parking lot. You do have some cover in terms of the ruined cars. But yeah, the highway has some ruined cars too, but you have to go up a slope, so you could circle around to the highway side.
Can I just kind of pull everybody aside and note to them that we were supposed to do this with discretion. We've already left a pretty significant trail by warning off the geese and then selling the mushrooms. So that's already, something that we can be tracked by, and that's something we're going to have to deal with later. So why don't we take this slow, scout, and then move forward very slowly?
Do we have a sneak? Out of character.
I can a little bit, not very well, but I have a 1 basically.
I'm at a 2.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't have any stealth. I got rid of it for more gun.
So referee has 1. Who has 2?
Talon.
Talon has 2, so he's our scout sneaker. How's your awareness?
1.
All right, referee can also try sneaking. His awareness is 3. I can also try to scout out the site with my binoculars from afar.
I like that.
Do you want to climb a tree to get a better vantage point, or you just want to do it from the ground level?
Sure, vantage is good.
All right,
I'm
give me
just now understanding why you have binoculars as a referee. It's taken me 2 hours of play.
I just want to point out that Ross only suggested a tree to give you a chance to crit fail on athletics.
Well,
Yeah,
I would never.
But I will fall for it because I will do this by the book.
Haha, fall. Haha, fall.
And I will fall for it because that's a 4 at 4.
Oh, is that a regular failure? Sorry, I'm not looking.
Regular failure, yeah.
All right. I will give you a chance to double down. A rare opportunity. Do you just not want to be able to get up the tree, or do you want to give it another go? Mark off 1 ration, by the way.
We're doing this by the book.
You can spend rations to increase your roll.
Yeah,
I will double down. I do this by the book. And
all
do
right.
by the
So
book.
if you fail the second one, then you will fall from the top of the tree.
That is fine.
All right.
So I will spend 3.
All right. So you get a +2
So
to your
4
roll.
in total. 4 in total. So
All
4 plus 3.
I give them opportunities.
And that is 5 plus 7 is 12 over 10.
Ooh, so you do succeed.
Do I get a will for doing things by the book, by the way?
No. This was the entirely within character and gives you an advantage. So go ahead and give me your awareness check. Your results are going to be a lot better now because you can survey a wide area with your.
So that's +5, 14 over 6.
All right, you do see a group of armed men. Well, I mean, you can't tell if they're men or women at this distance, but they are wearing cowboy hats, and then 2 of them were on horseback.
They're not children, right? Because a bunch of children in 10-gallon cowboy hats is a fucking sight.
They could
That's
be
a self-control check.
they are not child size. They could be young adults. I mean, they could be, fast growers or like late teens or something like that. You can't tell at this distance. Looks like at least one of them has a rifle. You can't tell what else. So there's 2 horses, 3 on foot, and they're coming across the opposite way. They're on the far end of the highway, heading towards the slope.
Are they wearing red shirts?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I roll? Can I roll networking real quick to just like pop open Ubik, call a reference, and ask for some more data on the red shirts?
Yes. Well, you can make a networking check or just call it a reference.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. You don't have to roll.
Why don't I? I'm going to. Do I have to spend a charge to use an app?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, would I have to spend an additional charge to use an app?
The app will tell you if it uses additional charges,
Okay.
like the aimbot one does, and it depends on the app.
This is the professional. This is the LinkedIn app.
I'd have to look. I don't think it does. I don't think it does.
I'm looking.
It doesn't. It says online.
Yeah. I mean, you still have to. Yeah, you just have to use a charge.
Okay, so I will not use a reference yet, and I will just use that app.
Oh no, Deadeye is just a flat +2. So yeah.
I think all of the apps are flat +2.
Yeah, I mean, part of the thing of me running this game is that I've been playing it since beta, so occasionally I screw up. Like, oh, this was the rule back in Brutalist versus the rule as it is actually published. So I apologize if I fuck something up.
Oh, it's fine.
It's understandable. I fucked up rules too because I listened to all of your campaigns.
All right, looks like everybody's trying to do a thing. So
so I made my my research or my networking check to find more about the red shirts.
Okay. The red shirt, so you're calling a reference. We'll say it's the guy.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Well, you're just using a reference, right? You're not.
No. I actually rolled networking.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know Drone Punk, and Drone Punk knows all the crews.
Drone Punk knows all, I think you mean.
Yeah. So Drone Punk tells you, the red shirts, I think they chose that name because they wanted to seem friendly and nerdy, but they're not. I don't know what their deal is, but those guys are fucking creepy. They do wear red shirts, but I think a lot of the red shirts are just stained in blood.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think I don't know who. Yeah, they come from east of Greeley, east of your territories. They're starting to move west. I don't know. I've heard weird rumors about them. Like weird rumors, like that they've worked with the Meek before. I don't know. There's, like I say, scary dudes.
Who are the Meek again? Just remind me.
The Meek are cultists who worship casualties and want everyone to be a casualty. They seek to infect everyone with the blight.
Jesus. Okay.
They cray.
Yep.
So now that's extra creepy because Tammy is ostensibly, if she's gonna fucking kill them, she's ostensibly doing a social service. So if she wants to hide whatever she's doing to them, can I take another self-control check?
Are you looking for Will?
I
are you looking
it would make sense.
Will? Actually,
I'll take Will.
You have criminality. Okay. Actually, no. I'll give you a chance to do that if you make a criminality check.
Sure. Yeah. I do not fucking make it at all.
Reference.
Not even
reference.
close. I'll spend a reference though.
Okay. You call up a criminal friend of yours.
Can I say who it is?
Sure.
It's just Jeeves again. It's
Okay.
it's just Jeeves again.
All right. You ask for more information and like, why would Tammy give a shit about the red shirts? And Jeeves tells you, well, shit, you know, it ain't fucking hard to do. It's hard to get supplies 5 years after the crash, even for Tammy. Like, and the Meek, man, they're fucking loaded. Like, they fucking love being out among casualties. They love fucking, like, they just live in this shit. Most of them are latents at this point. So Tammy has probably bought drugs and supplies from the Meek. And the red shirts are go-betweens, is your guess. So
she just needs to find the delivery point then?
no, you realizing she wants to find out where the Meek are located to probably silence them before people find out, you know, Trabajo, the nice family-friendly community. Oh, you're dealing with the worst religious terrorists in the loss. We're just going to fucking kill you for that. Because, yeah, being a Meek sympathizer is a death penalty thing in Trabajo.
Oh, wow, this is so funny. We thought that Tammy wouldn't fuck us, but we're being the middlemen as Tammy fucks someone else.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, they are
so get that willpower and give me a self-control check.
Yeah, absolutely. Jesus. I make self-control.
All right. Are you telling your group or not?
Yes, I definitely am. A gentleman would.
All right. You take one detachment because, yep, it's not your burden anymore. Everyone give me a self-control check.
I think that's fair if you're giving me a will.
Nope.
If you fail, that's I would say that's a stress.
I'm refreshing my Ubix specs for this.
Yeah.
One stress.
Trigger guard, save me now. Yeah, I didn't need it, but oh well. I'm down in adaptability refresh.
Well, that's fine because this is leverage we have over Tammy later.
Yeah.
She can pay us double what she's paying.
Well, she may not. She may not have that much, and she may try and have you killed if you try and do that.
We can get her to give us a rep spot.
You can certainly try. It's the high risk, high risk, high reward play style. So
yeah, remember we gotta live with her, so can't fuck her. Not too much. That's
yeah.
We just threatened for constant blackmail money.
Yep.
We can
That's
get
not
her
the worst
to
idea.
away from the
If she
kids.
thinks you can fuck with the daycare, she's wrong.
Now that's ironic. Slowly draining a drug dealer of a consistent amount of money in exchange for a service. Excellent plan.
Well, the way I figure it is now we no longer have to worry about upkeep when doing jobs.
Hey.
If this is a campaign, this would certainly be a plotline. Dealing with Tammy. But yeah, if you fail, it's one stress. If you don't, if you make it, obviously nothing. But now you realize what the real complication is. Well, I mean, what her real deal is. It's not the real complication.
So her real deal is she's thinking about offing the red shirts, who sound like terrible people, to cover up the fact that she's getting drugs from the Meek. And honestly, I don't care.
Off the Meek, so that they can't tattle on her.
The red shirts, it sounds like, also primarily are associated with the Meek. They may be Meek. They may be Meek themselves. In which case, she's trying to find out where the Meek are, so she can have them all killed to cover up her connections to them.
Potential job hook is what I'm hearing.
I feel like that's a win. Yeah.
It's just.
I feel like this. Yeah, I feel like this is a follow-up job that like we start with a bunch of leverage on.
Mm-hmm.
This is something we need to do for the kids.
Sure.
Vikings.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a secret you have to keep from the rest of Trabajo. So, but yeah, that's definitely.
What's one more?
yeah, what's one more? So you figure that out. There's a group of cowboy type looking people heading towards your score right now.
How far away are they?
They're pretty far. Let's say about a mile. But they're, two of them, and they're going slow right now, slow and cautious. But two of them are on horseback, so at least two of them can get there real quick if they want to. And there's 5 that you see. There may be more.
I'm more looking for. We have 3 hours until nightfall. How long will it take for them to get here?
I mean, a mile away, you walking, what, like 15 minutes to get there?
Yeah. So either we set up an ambush now and drive them off, or we figure out some other way to deal with them.
You don't know who those people are. You all do. I mean, you have a description. You can certainly describe them and make networking and UBIC checks to figure out who they are.
Yeah, can somebody do that?
Yeah, I'll do another networking. I'll call another reference.
I mean that's those two. You use at least 2 more UBIC charges. How many do you have left on your thing?
I have 3 more UBIC charges.
Okay, all right.
And if I'm calling in a reference, I have 13 more bounty, so I have a lot of leverage with that.
Well, you can only make a number of references equal to your charisma score.
Oh, okay. So this would be my last reference then.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to save my last reference then. I'll just make another networking check.
All right, give me that roll. Nope.
That's a failure.
Nope. That's a wasted call. I mean, because you're paying for it with the networking with the UBIC charge, you can make another one.
I don't get anything.
We're also paying for it in time. We have 15 minutes until they arrive.
We're all acting at the same time, so.
Well, then referee is willing to take a reference.
All right, go for it. All right, so referee, do you have your own device?
Yes, I will spend 2 UBIC charges to make a call to Caddy, who is he used to be a popular at a nearby golf resort, and he talked to all of the big rancher types who came to play golf.
I love this character so much.
Hey, this is my favorite ref.
Greetings, Caddy. How are you doing?
Business is good. Found a new score of golf clubs. Just turns out a lot of drivers are really good.
Yeah, I'm in the top of the tree right now. Can you look through these binoculars with my UBIC and try to identify these cowboys coming towards us?
Oh yeah. Those it's a new group. They're calling themselves the Bonanzas. You know that farm near you. You're at Trabajo, right? You know that egg farm near y'all. Well, a bunch of them ranch hands in and about that farm have formed their own little taker group. They're pretty young. I think they haven't done many jobs yet. But you know, cowboy, good old boy kind of vibe going. So yeah, Bonanzas. That's the whole deal. Young, dumb, something.
Who's the leader?
Eli. No, Eli's the muscle. His sister, Wynette, is the real brains.
Ross,
tell me when and if you should.
Can I just give you mad props for making up like the world's most like quickly stapled together taker group that's just designed to target our characters. They just have big hats and they call themselves the Bonanzas.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna get you.
Before that's actually this is the complication. There's 2 taker groups aside from y'all going after it.
We gotta save all the kids.
Yep.
Didn't we call off, or did the red shirts the other one?
No, there are always 2 NPC groups going after it: the red shirts and the Bonanzas. The wild,
but we want the red shirts to get it technically.
Yeah. But the unforeseen complication is the Bonanzas.
You share it with the group?
Yeah. People, we have a problem.
Yeah.
So
we should have our most persuasive talker call Eli and Wynette's mom to tell them to come home before they get hurt.
You know what? I'm good at intimidation, and that fits within my character, so I'm happy to do that.
No. Intimidation would be good. Not be talking to the mom.
I am good at intimidation, is what I'm saying. That's one of my things that I'm good at. So,
I was thinking more persuasion.
Yes,
I can do that. I also have enough money to call in a mortar with white phosphorus rounds if you guys want to do that.
The kids!
Oh no!
The kids!
Back out the line all of a sudden.
No. He clearly means in front of them.
The Spec Ops was an accident, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see.
Why
I'm-
did you do this?
I'm
You
saving.
Anyway, you're right. You're right. We can present a strong front in front of the kids, and we can also call their mum and try to get her to call them off.
My
Maybe that will work.
unisex are at the disposal of
Cowboy
anyone
hat on too.
with a persuasion roll. Somebody volunteer.
I'll do it.
Well, you can actually give me one person give me a foresight check.
Not me.
I'll do
Okay.
a foresight roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I make it 11 over 8.
Okay. So you do know they have become successful takers in that they have completed, I'll say, 2 jobs that you know of, which means that they are young and naive by taker standards, but simply calling their mom to get them to come home because you're big, bad, scary takers is not going to work unless you're fucking psychotic raiders or serial killers or the deer hunter, which is a urban legend / mythic sniper that is targeting takers in the area.
So let's circle back to the intimidation.
You have to put in an act if you want to do that. You can't hey, it's daycare. Can you not do that? We're more badass than you've been at.
Can we? Okay, so what would be what? How does the deer hunter? Okay, so obviously people have to take stories of the deer hunter back to what is it that people know that person is
well, the first group that encountered them and survived is some group called Fallen Flag, and they're out on a job far away from there, and it's some sniper who was basically for some reason casualties. Never had to worry about casualties, even though he was firing at people with an anti-material rifle, very loud weapon from a mile away. So extremely accurate, extremely dangerous. People think he's some part of, maybe it's not one person, it's a DHQS death squad trying to kill all takers in the area. Some people think it's a meek terror cell. Some people think it's a new type of aberrant, intelligent casualty, an intelligent vector that is able to use items and still wants to murder people. So nobody knows. People do know that whoever or whatever the deer taker is set up displays of deer with blight infected guts, or fake deer stands, that kind of thing, or deer skulls in certain areas to intimidate people. But the MO is basically someone shooting at you from a mile away with a anti-material rifle.
Okay.
So
I have a proposition.
Can we fake that?
You could fake the sound with a mechanics check by a loud crack sound would not be impossible to do that. Obviously, you're not going to be able to simulate punching through an engine block of a nearby car or something like that.
And we'd also draw casualties.
Well, the other thing I was thinking is could we very quickly mimic the fucking deer head things?
I had a different idea, which is that I could spend the rest of my UBIC to put together a horrific smash cut of white phosphorus, like a supercut of just what white phosphorus does to people, the coordinates and video of the kids, and then send that to their parents. Not even anything else, just send them the coordinates of the kids, video of the kids where they are, and then imply that we're going to hit them with white phosphorus. That's pretty fucking scary. With no video or audio.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we just send it to the kids?
Because kids are stupid.
Like I said, you made your foresight check. It's not going to work. You're not going to be able to intimidate them. The only way you can do that is if you actually threaten the parents. They're adult, they're acting as independent adults now. You can't get their parent. You don't even know if their parents actually have UBIC specs that work.
What you do?
You are totally underestimating Mama Bonanza.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, why don't we just send them video of them?
Yeah.
And say we're going to kill you.
Yeah, imply that if know where they are and we can kill them if they don't leave.
Well, we don't have any remote equipment, so really all we would be doing is just alerting them to where they are, to where we are, and we would just be starting a fight with no surprise. Probably from a slightly agitated position, but
Wait, aren't there hundreds of
they would know where
in here? Couldn't we deal with them?
They would know where one of us is.
Mhm.
Hello, these are just kids out to make a score. Can't we just deal with them?
That's not the worst idea I've heard.
Yeah, I'm actually not entirely opposed to just shooting them either. I'll take that self-control check.
I thought
Well, that's lovely,
your thing was that you thought of the kids. I thought everyone thought of the kids except for me.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean,
We do. But out of game.
Let's roll up on them, looking tough, and tell them that they can have 20 juicers in their lives.
I mean, you can do that. But...
I don't think that's a good idea because we don't know anything about how many juiceros there are.
Well,
according to the video that everyone on the saw, there was like a stack of them, at least 100 deep.
Oh shit!
So
yeah.
20 and their lives, and they get something, and they get to live.
But then
that's
they've
lovely.
seen us.
That's
yeah,
true.
and
Okay,
we
here's
will tell
my other
them that
plan.
we are fucking daycare, and they need to go home before they get hurt.
Here's my other plan. Why don't we let them enter the building first, deal with what's ever in there, and then we tell them we'll let them have 20 juiceros and make them leave.
That's a good idea.
Second that.
Even better, actually, if they hit the red shirts.
Jesus, but then we're exposing the children to danger.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do, or what I would do if I was a really horrible monster. I would get some DDJs
And lock them in.
get them in, and don't let them come out with all their legs intact. But I care about the kids, so I can't super do that.
Oh, it's a lock-in, just like when they were in high school.
Oh, that's harsh.
Anyway, we're wasting time. What do we do? Do we deal with them, or do we threaten them, or do we do something else?
I like Lucky's idea. I think we let them go in.
Yeah.
We let them hit the bad stuff
I
first.
hate that idea. I think that's a terrible idea. I think we should be the adults here and make these kids go home. Think of the children.
Okay, so
The player in
I'm
me.
playing up to my.
So-
I'm playing up to my-
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta follow you roleplay wise. I gotta follow
Yeah,
you.
roleplay wise, he's right.
We can't
So
let them
I'm-
walk into this.
I'm gonna roll up. Okay, I'm gonna roll up on the kids.
Okay.
Uh,
You're walking up over to them?
Hey, Brit, Lucky, where are you going?
Lucky, no, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Can we
It's
not
fine.
just roll?
What are you planning? We're a team, Lucky.
So I'm kind of like flagging them down.
Okay.
No,
you're
I'm
there.
going with Lucky. Nobody goes by themselves. It's
I
just
follow.
impolite to let them.
Okay, hold on. Let Lucky talk. So you're sort of jogging over, hands in the air to wave at them
Yeah.
as they're coming up the slope. So you're in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You can see the parking lot's been cleared. There's no casualties around. Clearly, the last crew, the ZR crew, the ones that set this up, obviously cleared it out. So good on them. But yeah, you see a young woman on a horse. She's leading the way. You're guessing that's Wynette. There's another young man with her that's family resemblance.
Must
That's
be
probably
Eli.
Yeah, and then there's 3 others with them on foot. And they head over to you. So is anybody else going with Lucky? Or are you all
Yes.
hiding?
No, I'm going with Lucky. A gentleman doesn't let people go by themselves.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm thinking of the
Probably stick
children.
together.
Okay. So, yeah, so I'm gonna point at the building, and I'm like, "Are y'all here for the score?"
Well, yeah, of course. Well, I appreciate you being civilized and not just shooting at us or nothing.
We
I'm Wynette. This is my brother Eli. We're the
I shake all their
Wynette's.
hands.
pleased to meet you. I'm Lucky. Listen, I gotta let you know, you cannot go down there.
Why's that?
Because everybody knows about the job, right?
Yeah.
So a group of takers got here first, and they just put stuff everywhere. It's like a death trap down there.
Oh, you saw that happen?
Maybe. I don't want to imply that we maybe have set some of them.
All right, give me deception. 'Cause this is nothing but lies.
Yeah, 9 over 10.
Yep. Very good. Very good. Okay. So it's like that, is it? Why didn't y'all
So-
just take them yourself?
It's going to be complicated. So here's the thing. I need you to go away, but I don't want you to have to come out here all the way for nothing. So how about we part with some bounty, and you don't have to deal with the cluster jam that this place is going to be in about an hour.
Well, how much bounty?
Okay, I have no context for like how much bounty would be a good number. Is 10
None of
good or
us-
bad?
10 is a
Not-
good number. I mean, that's
10's
a
a lot.
sizable amount, but
Yeah.
like,
But only one of us has that amount of bounty.
Well, I'm up there. I have a little bag full of credit cards. So, or
Yep.
well, I guess
Driver's licenses, whatever.
driver's licenses.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's. Okay, so my thing is we fork over 10 bounty because like we're going to get a stupid amount of bounty back.
mhm.
I don't. Like 10 bounty to buy another complication out of the thing without having to spend bullets. Like that feels good to me.
cheap.
I agree with you, but I think that's definitely a self-control check for me because that's like I'm gonna take a huge cut in
Yeah,
profit that I'm gonna make
definitely.
off this. Like I'm basically just gonna get hit with a baseball bat in terms of my finances.
Well,
so
the group will remunerate you for that because we're a team.
it's
So
still gonna be a
everyone
big
gets to
self-control
take
check.
a self-control check.
Yeah,
Ah!
that's true. Yeah.
Helping or hurting?
Yeah.
Definitely helping.
First, you have to sell it. So, I'll give you a +1 because you have cash in hand on your persuasion check, Lucky. So go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay. You said +2 in my persuasion?
+1 to your existing persuasion.
Okay, yeah, then I make it.
Okay. So yeah. It's just ain't much, but I guess y'all got any leads on any scavenging around here? I don't want to come back empty-handed.
Can we
yeah,
quickly?
Can we tell them about the diner?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's it?
we took out a bunch of we cleared out a diner, but we didn't have a chance to actually like pick it over. So it should be an easy shot for
Oh, okay.
Roll
Yeah.
deception.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's a lie.
It is a
Well,
lie,
We
but
did not clear out anything.
Where's my willpower? Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll burn my willpower to
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you kindly. Lucky. Y'all, what crew are you with?
we're
Fallen flag.
we're falling flag. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Trabajo. Yeah. Well, good on you for being honest. Obviously, bloodshed doesn't serve nobody.
Falling flag gets a rip spot.
well,
All
okay,
right.
only if these kids can't defend themselves. So
They have weapons. I mean, they're not super
Yeah,
well armed.
So if
you know.
if they die there, or if one of them goes flipping back home, yeah, sure, maybe Fallen Flag will be in a rough spot. But otherwise, as far as they know, like Fallen Flag rolled up on these kids, saved them from a death trap.
I
and
said a
then-
rep spot. They get a rep spot. They get a positive
okay.
rep spot. Yeah, that's what I said.
Actually,
Okay.
it's not because while you use their name, you don't match their description at all. Like their leader has 2 fucking robot legs, which is pretty memorable.
Yeah, where's our cripple? What's going on?
Yeah. So
Well, there's
they're
only
gonna
2
be
of us
like-
right here.
So what's going to happen is like, oh, these kids don't know what they're talking about. They're not going to believe anything. So they're idiot kids. So nobody gets a rep spot.
I made myself control check. Do I still take 1 in something?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You trust your comrades. Did
This is
everybody else do that? Because yeah, you're just giving bounty away.
All right, rolling self-control, spending that trigger guard.
Yep.
I fail. What's the penalty?
1 stress.
Yay.
I succeed.
Getting real close on that stress.
I feel bad about giving so much bounty away.
You should. But I mean,
Trust me, I feel worse.
I don't. Yeah, but like I don't want to shoot at kids, and
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want. I don't
Yeah,
think we have
they're-
the ammo to win that fight. and
Wynette
a
cannot be
possible
older than
fight.
20.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
she is the oldest. They are very young. They are college.
Since we did this
freshmen
the
at best.
expensive way, do any of us with the soft spot for children get a will back?
Ooh.
No.
Do
You know,
I get
it's
one back because I
okay
gave
to kids.
10 bounty away?
Jesus.
Dude,
No, I mean, because this was obviously in your interest, and this was a tactical
Fair.
decision.
Yeah, no, you're right.
If you had shot at the kids, it would have been massive self-control checks, and you would have been fucking hammered.
What if we really white phosphorus them? That would have been more cost efficient.
okay, but what if this falls in line with the Hippocratic oath of first do no harm? Because didn't want these kids, didn't want to have to get in a fight with.
No.
Yeah, but you didn't pay any bounty.
Yeah,
I paid 10 bounty of your money.
yeah.
The group paid 10 bounty of everyone's money.
If you want willpower, I can have them radio for help later, and you can then have to go out of your way to help them.
No.
Yeah, that's how that will work.
That's later.
Yeah, that is later.
We really should have just got the mortar with the upgrade. It's 10 bounty.
Oh God.
I will gladly save you
Yeah.
Tuesday for a willpower today.
None of us could even fire that mortar. It would be a totally wasteful purchase.
I don't care.
Most of them, like the three on foot, all have bows, like basic bows. They are not that super well armed. Like Eli has a shotgun, and Wynette has a rifle. Yeah.
Anyway, we say goodbye to Wynette and Eli and the Bonanzas.
Yep.
And thank our lucky stars they didn't insist on going through with this.
I have a question. So they had bows, you're saying?
The three on foot, a foot did. Eli has a shotgun, and Wynette has a rifle.
Can we save ourselves 4 bounty by handing over the handgun that I don't want to use, the unsilenced one?
A bow is better than an unsilenced handgun. If they have bows and know how to use them, that actually takes more points than having a silenced handgun.
Yeah.
They're also kids,
Yeah.
and guns are cool.
And you already did that, so like.
Yeah, they're
It's
already
fine.
gone.
It's fine. Whatever. All right. So let's get back to looting the juiceros.
Bro, let's see what killed the Z Resources team.
Well, look, you don't know exactly what happened. You just know one of them had a complete mental breakdown and just revealed the secret of where their cash was.
It was totally for no reason. We get it, Ross.
Yeah. Well, some people fucking reach to break on their threat level, so and sometimes that's not great for the group. So their mental breakdown is your benefit. So the thing is, I mean, this is an office with narrow hallways and stuff like that. So someone has to take point. Who is going to take point?
Referee.
All right, referee. And how closely, how far away is referee going to be in front of the group? Like, I assume the other players are going to be a little far back to let the scout do the scout thing.
I'll let them
I'm
decide.
gonna be way far back because you need me more than I need you.
All right.
I have a question. Can I take a little bit of time to just scavenge sort of the outer areas? I don't know. Maybe I can go with referee or something to see if I can get more refresh, like a refresh for a handgun.
This area outside the building has been picked clean.
Yeah.
So you have to go inside the building, which is dark. I mean, their windows are open, and I said there's still.
So, like, what kind of an office building is it?
It's kind of like a generic kind of office park in suburban out sprawl kind of things.
How many stories?
4 stories.
4 stories. Okay.
So you can see inside the building without having to turn lights on, at least during the daytime. But referee, give me an awareness check.
Right. That's a miss.
All right.
I will spend my will to flip that.
That was. Why would you want to do? Yeah, that was probably a good idea. That was a very good idea because there is a trip mine. So
everyone, stop! Trip mine! Trip mine!
As you go up the stairwell, you can see just as you're turning around, there is a cunningly placed tripwire, and the trip mine would be right at face level. Sort of blend, and it's actually been painted to blend in with the concrete.
Jesus Christ!
So yeah,
self-control.
Really, yeah, self-control. Yeah.
I'm fine.
All right. So you pointed that out. So all of you can step over it for free if you do it slowly and carefully, i.e., you're not being rushed in any way. If you want to try and scavenge it, well, that's a different story. I believe there's a
I
special.
want to say our scavenger probably wants to scavenge it.
But how many do we have that knows mechanics? Because I want to have a spare before we offer out one mechanic to the head trip mine.
Well, I mean,
I'm pretty mechanical.
I don't suppose any of you have a profession demolition skill. I can't remember if that's a thing. Yeah, I mean, you know how tripwires work, and you know how it means. Basically, it's a claymore that's been painted, so you know where to put the little wire in to deactivate it. In theory, but this is a precision roll. You cannot overspend on your mechanics kit to do it. You just gotta have a real fine, steady hand.
Do you have will, and do we have a spare mechanic?
Or hand.
So
I'm hearing no calls on the spare mechanic.
We don't.
You know what? Let's just, it's a one shot. We can sacrifice our mechanic.
Is it me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Who has mechanics at more than one, preferably?
I have it at 1, but I've got some will.
Do you have a toolkit?
I do.
Okay. Then go blow those hands off.
Wow.
We have a medic. It's fine.
We can get you new hands made out of gauze. They'll be just as good.
This is fine. All right, I'm doing it.
Spend big.
you can't.
Yeah.
It's a precision roll.
Oh, that's true.
Precision roll. I spend 1 charge to buy the roll, and that's it, folks. So rolling at a +1.
Well.
The will to flip that.
All right.
I succeed.
You now have a claymore.
Yay!
Which I'll treat as a grenade and damage if you set it up.
Can it be a DDJ?
Actually, I'll say it's high explosive. So,
Ooh.
Both benefits of the explosive. Does damage to all hit locations and multiple targets. So, yeah, it fucking greases things. It turns things into a fine red mist.
For now, I'm gonna set it up right where it was, but after we all walk past, in case someone tries to come in behind us.
Yeah. All right. You don't have to. You know how to safely set deactivate it and reactivate it. So it takes time to do either one. So you can do that without having to make additional rolls. So good job. Actually, give me a self-control check because you had to fucking defuse a claymore. That's a trauma.
Fair. That's fair. I fail that.
Yeah, 1 trauma. You'll remember
shaking.
that. That's something that's going to come back in a nightmare at some point.
Oh yeah.
All right. That seems to be the only defense. Well, give me one more awareness check, referee.
All right. Still a failure, and I have no more will.
Okay. There's some objects along the hallway leading up the stairwell that may be more explosives or may not be. You're not sure.
I was going to ask Ross, are the windows knocked out? Because I assume it's really big office park. I've seen a lot of those, and a lot of the times they have these really big plexiglass windows, just like all over the place.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. The lower the floor, the more likely it's been knocked out. The 4th floor is almost entirely intact.
Okay. Before anything else, can I just take a rock and throw it through one of the windows on the 4th floor?
That throwing it up to the 4th floor from the ground from outside the building is pretty. It's a pretty that's an athletics check.
Sure, I'll do it. Do I have to buy the roll?
Could I insert something?
Yeah.
If somebody's mined this entire building with explosives, do we really want to throw rocks in the explosive house?
Yes, we want to know more than we want to.
No, he's right. I'm thinking video game logic where it blows up and nothing gets damaged. If we blow up the shit that we're here to get, or if we set off an explosive, we're going to telegraph A, that we're here, and B, we're going to destroy shit that's here for us to get.
Also, people, there's some stuff out over here in the hallway, and I can't make it out. Do anyone else have anything to light it up with, or?
No, it's one and done. None of you are certain. He made the roll. You have to fuck with it somehow if you want to know, or just walk by it and make that self-control check.
Could we find another way up?
There is there's another stairwell, but the door is chained. So you have to.
Does the toolkit have rope?
Sure, if you want to spend a charge.
So my thought is another thing about these office parks is a lot of them have sort of like railing and stuff like that, and great for window cleaners and stuff. So I would imagine that, especially if they have these large plexiglass windows, as we know they do. So I was thinking we could try and loop that through one of these things, which are typically made out of like relatively resilient material, because they're supposed to stay on the office park for a very long period of time. And it's another thing that you're supposed to be able to set up from like sometimes lower elevations. So my thought is maybe we could use that to get up to an entrance that's already, with one of the plexiglass windows that's already been knocked out on the second floor.
I mean, you're already on like the third floor right now.
Oh shit! Okay, so then maybe from the third floor to the fourth floor, like to a window that's already been knocked out, if there are any, or just to the roof. Even to the roof would be good.
You don't have a grappling hook. I don't see how you're going to be able to throw the rope.
Yeah, let's just
no, but like it's through the little nodule kind of things that they normally spin the rope through.
Yeah, but you're not going to. You have to get it above your head. You have to get it above to tie it onto something above you. Like I don't see how you're going to do that with just rope.
So if I may, as we're discussing this as a group, I'm very, very angry that my contribution of disarming the Claymore is being ignored by a plan to climb up the outside of the building. So I would like to empty the remaining 8 chambers of my handgun down the hallway full of maybe mines, maybe not mines.
All right. Well, it's a stairwell leading up, but yeah, you can do that. Sure.
Okay.
Get a willpower.
I'll just roll my self-control right now.
Yeah, everyone do that.
Jesus Christ.
This is 2 trauma if you fail.
I made it somehow.
My trigger guard.
I'll take a willpower for a refresh any day.
I fail for the first time.
All right, that's 2 trauma. Lucky, how you doing?
What happens when I empty my handgun down the hallway?
Oh, is Lucky disconnected?
Lucky, I think he's going to the bathroom or something.
What do you need?
Never mind.
Lucky, can you make a self-control check?
Sure thing.
If you fail, it's 2 trauma.
Two trauma.
Uh-huh.
Not 2 stress, 2 trauma.
2 trauma. Talon just opened fire on potentially explosive objects.
Yeah, there's detachment, stress, and trauma, so it's 2 trauma instead of stress.
Yeah, because like, oh shit, you
I
could have
just
just
wanted to
blown
make
up.
sure it was trauma, not stress.
Yeah. So, yep, your coworkers are great.
Listen, there's a reason why I call them the daycare.
Heyo. Also, if you want to reload, spin that refresh.
Oh, I did.
Okay. But yeah, they weren't explosive. They just look like IEDs. So
I glare at the referee.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Maybe they were explosives.
We're not.
Can I just draw attention to the fucking architect at this office park who is like, yeah, I'm gonna just put shit on the wall that looks like IEDs for fun.
No, it's literally just trash that's built up over the years.
Okay. Oh, I was really hoping it was just like
Jesus fucking Christ, Tal.
No.
Thank you.
I was just hoping it was the critical mass of
Literally just an
postmodernism.
old cardboard box in the stairwell and a tin can and shit like that. It's just like that could have a grenade, or that could just be a fucking tin can.
I was really hoping it was just like the end of postmodernism.
No.
Oh, that's great
for that. But yeah, you get up to the 4th floor, and you can see where the video is. Uses are. Lo and behold, I'll say this whole exchange is taking about 1 hour. Bonanzas and climbing up the building.
Yeah, we have 2 hours of daylight left.
Yep, and you don't know when the red shirts are coming.
How do I tell how much I can haul? Is it just equal to your strength?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Except for one person who has a bicycle with saddlebags, and who, by extension, is going to load the bicycle with saddlebags and then walk it down the stairs.
Okay. Okay, so
That's an athletics
there's,
check if I ever heard
I'll
one.
say, quick count, there's actually 120 boxes of 120 Juiceros.
Oh my
They all have to
god.
be- yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, but you don't know. Remember, your job is you have to plant the 10 trackers and make sure the red shirts get at least one.
Oh,
And we have to get 20 network cards and
So
camera
let's,
components.
so I figure we split up into 2 teams. A bunch of people need to be working on disassembling so we can get the network cards.
Mhm.
And then everybody else, like, we should just like put trackers in like random things. But then we should like take one and just pull it out from the pile, but like leave it close to the pile with like the lid kind of opened.
So I have a suggestion actually. What if we took 10 of the Juiceros, put the trackers in them, and then hid them in a spot that sort of looked like what matched the video, but on a lower floor?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I'll say, wait, you're scavenging. Who has the scavenging of 3?
me.
Go ahead and give me a scavenging check.
Okie
To
dokie.
see if you can understand the mindset of another scavenger.
Also, how many Hall do we have as a group?
Just put your answer, your character strength in the game.
Referee is 3 because of his saddlebags.
Yep.
There's 2 kinds of people.
I have 1. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time finding anything but the dice rolling channel.
Okay. RPPR game chat. But yeah, go ahead and give me a roll for scavenging.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
big success.
All right,
Nice.
so you know the best way to do that is if they're here to get as many as possible is actually just to put them randomly among the 120 and seed them evenly and just leave them as this big stack, because this is how this, the most realistic one is the one you fuck with the least. Anything else you do is going to be more suspicious. In fact, leaving that claymore rearmed is a good idea, because that means it's more authentic. So if you want to maximize.
Sorry, I was going to say we could also get out using the window cleaning things because we can go down but not up.
Well, you can if you just run out, or you could even hide in the building, because they're not going to, once they find the tracker, once they find the pile, they're not going to export. They're not going to bother the rest of the building. They're just going to get it out. So the optimal thing to do to focus on getting the job done is just plant the 10 trackers in the score, leave it as is, and then if you want to get the wild geese, get the 20 network cards and then put them back in the rest of the pile, and then don't take anything else. And then at least one of them should make it in the pile that they take.
Okay, why don't we take 20 of them to another room down the hallway, and that's where we'll disassemble and fuck with them at all. Leave the other 90, seed the trackers in the 90.
Well, we should pick up the 36 that we take first. Pick those up because then those are in our inventory, and then seed the trackers. So that'll leave 54.
Okay, but if you take a bunch for your own, it's going to look like other people have been here and taken some of them. They saw the video, like that there was at least 100 there, so they're going to wonder. They get more suspicious.
What we can do is that we can empty out 1 or 2 of the.
Oh yeah, Ross said they were in boxes, so we could just take them out of the boxes and leave the boxes there. That'll take more time, but
just like some of them are random samplers.
Yeah.
Can you also just stack the boxes so they're like hollow stacks? So
that's what I was thinking. Hollow boxes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's not going to fool them. I mean, like they're here to take the.
No, the empty boxes makes perfect sense because the video, doesn't tell you whether the box is full or empty.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair.
They've seen the video, but they wouldn't know the difference from a video.
Okay. All right. That's certainly a gambit you could try to.
Let's take 25 of them out of the boxes and down the hall.
Okay. All right. So give me the mechanics roll.
Is there any way to tell, like, while we're out here, like, just guess what a Juicero might be worth?
That would be a scavenging check.
$700.
Require a Ubik check to.
I will roll scavenging and spend a charge from Ubik.
So also, I think we should set this up so that if they do think things are fucked, we have security. So for example, like let's say they make all their checks and they realize that we've been fucking with them. We should be able to just like move in there and just blow the shit out of them and get the information we need out of them, so that even if we have to kill them all, we can still get the information we need to Tammy.
We
No,
didn't
I'm
track
serious.
them, but we tortured the last living one and asked him where the location was.
I mean, it's grimdark, but
Remember, you're all speculating. You actually don't know for certain why Tammy wants them tracked, but like that's not at all what she wanted you to do.
No,
So-
yeah, let's. No, I think it would be if they decide to leave, we would somehow like stick a tracker on a person.
Yeah.
So,
I will just say, as the game master, the more you take and keep for yourselves, the less likely it will be that they will be fooled by your
Yeah, that's why
tracker
we
bits.
need to roll this roll to figure out how much Juicero is worth.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's your did you
Successful.
make your check?
Yeah, I made it.
Okay. You realize the problem with Juicero is the reason why these all haven't been uploaded themselves. There's kind of a liquidity problem. They do have valuable components and shit like that, but you can either get 5 bounty per Juicero if you only sell like 1 or 2 a month. But if you want to offload them all at once, you could get 1 per bounty at a wholesaler. Let's see, probably City on the Hill. So you could get 120 bounty, or if you kept them, you could open a side business and sell the parts out yourself at 5 bounty per.
But we would have to do that over weeks.
Yeah,
I say we don't risk too much.
months, really. Even
Let's just do enough to satisfy the taking chips out requirement, and then make 69 bounty or whatever from the job.
All right. So give me another mechanics check or electronics check. Actually,
Is it? I don't think electronics is a skill.
the
Mechanics.
professional
I have
what
mechanics. I have professional electrician.
Yeah, professional electrician.
Can I use charges from my toolkit to
Yes.
aid the check?
Yep.
Very quickly before we start this, who is helping him, and is anyone doing anything else? Because some of us wanted to scavenge this place, and referee kind of wants to keep an eye out to see if the red shits are coming.
Yeah, I think you should keep an eye out. I've got skilled, dexterous hands and nothing else to do, so I'm going to be helping pull things apart.
Yeah, I don't have any mechanic skills, but I can help keep watch or move stuff around or anything.
Okay. What'd you get on your
Strong.
roll?
Haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
I can spend from my toolkit to aid the roll.
Yes.
Okay. So 1 to buy it, 4 more to aid it,
Mm-hmm.
and I am entering the roll now. So that's a total of 12 over 1.
Okay. And you got a natural 7. So I could say you can personally do 7 an hour by yourself, and you can effectively aid. So 2 people can do 14 in 1 hour, and 3 people can do 21 in an hour.
So if we have
Let's say 3 people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Burke and I will help.
And then
Okay.
1 lookout and 1 person who's determined to scavenge the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's is Wooster scavenging? I assume.
So, yeah.
And he is.
He said I'll be right back, but I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So referee, give me an awareness check with your binoculars.
all right, I just got back. What's happening?
You got the whole Santa's workshop thing set up, but deconstructing Juiceros for their network and camera cards. So you get Wooster, you're the only one who can scavenge, so go ahead and give me a scavenging check.
I get 14 over 10.
Oh, oops.
Okay.
I make that.
All right. Do you want bounty or an item?
Do I get to know anything about the item?
No.
I'll take the item.
All right. You take. Let's see here. What would be fun to have?
He finds 1 more Juicero that fell down the stairs.
I find a mortar with white phosphorus. Oh, god damn it!
I will say you find. You mentioned it early. A DDJ.
Nice.
What is that?
It's a bomb on a door.
It basically creates an instant passageway or blocks. It creates an instant barricade. It shoots out. It's an explosive that shoots out a bunch of wires that
Carbon nanotubes.
Yeah. So basically, it can create a zombie.
It makes a spider web we can't cut through.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's zombie proof at least for a while. So it's based. It's got. We'll say you only find 3 of them though, so there's only 3.
I only have 3. I have
cannot
3
be
jars.
refreshed.
Yeah.
You have 3 DDJs.
That's tight.
So,
though.
yep. But let's see here. Referee, you do see the red shirts. They're coming the way you came. They're at the edge of the parking lot. You see them past the tree line. They're slowly approaching. So this is about right at a couple minutes after you get all of the network and camera cards. You've just set up and you've planted the tracking devices. So yeah, you all just need to get out. Now you can get in through the highway side the same way the Bonanzas came. And if you all give me successful athletics checks, you can get out of there before they have a chance to see you.
What if we go up on the roof and wait?
That's another. Yes, that you're totally trapped up there, but you could do that.
I like that.
I like that also.
Okay.
You want to go up on the roof and wait?
Yeah, because it'll be easier for us to get back in, and also if we're waiting for them to leave and then we hide and go back in, there's less of a chance of them finding us.
Okay, here's my question: what does the exit on the roof look like? Is it just the one door that leads up onto it?
You don't know. I mean, you're not really going to have time to go up there and check and then have time
Well,
to escape.
referee's been on the roof.
Okay. I thought he was going up on the 4th. He was just staying on the 4th floor.
Oh, well, I thought it was the most. We didn't know what vantage the red shirts were coming from, so I thought the roof was the most natural way to.
Okay. Yeah. All right. In that case, yeah, it's a single roof access.
Okay.
There's some broken down AC units and shit. So yeah, typical office building.
Okay. So here's my thought. What if we go up there and then just use the DDJ to block it off so they don't even try to come up on the roof?
I mean, they're going to hear it
You're
now.
gonna hear the deployment, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
It is an explosive, which is pretty loud.
I think we should just go up on the roof and rely on the power of human greed. I think they're going to stop looking when they find the shit we would have.
Well, you can also, there are air conditioning units you can all hide in there. But yeah, you can all do that.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Well, anyone who doesn't have stealth, are you good at athletics?
Yes.
Maybe the ones who aren't good at stealth can get out.
From a meta perspective,
if you all start running now, you can get to the highway before they'll have a chance to see you. That means running down the hallway.
From a meta perspective, I'm going to point out that we can all overspend on our rations to make incredibly good athletics checks. So maybe that's the way to go.
Crit fail.
Wait, running down the hallway where the trip mine is?
Well, we can disable that for free.
Well, you can jump over it. I mean, the thing is, they're slowly approaching from the parking lot. And
right.
Yeah.
I think the safest option is to go up and hide, honestly.
Okay. So that's 1 vote for hide. Anybody objecting?
Run.
Run.
That's 2 for run. Anyone else want to break the tie? Or
I'm good at athletics. I'm kind of more of a runner than a stealthy.
All right, let's run then.
Okay. Athletics checks. You can all spin up to your current. You cannot refresh in the middle of a roll. So
I spend 1 to make the roll and 6 more.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 4 rations.
Well, apparently, since I can't refresh, I have to make it with a +1.
I make it easily.
Oh, you could. Oh, I guess you could refresh beforehand. Yeah.
Well, I made it anyway.
Okay. Did anyone fail? No one crit failed, it looks like.
I made it.
All right. So you all run out. You all at the bottom of the slope. And you're all panting, hiding behind a car. You hear the mine go off. Bring a self-control check.
I vote only I make the self-control check since I planted the mine.
I make my self-control check, so I don't even care. We're just kind of giggling at these poor fuckers, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're aligned with the meat. Fuck them.
I failed self-control, Ross. What are you giving me?
You know what? Now that you think about it, weren't some of them latent? Like that's not good. So I'm gonna say that's 2 stress. As you hope that you didn't just kill the entire red shirts group.
Hey, sorry.
Don't worry. It was head height. It was head height.
Sorry. So, what happened? Sorry, I had to go deal with my cat.
They ran into my claymore.
Yeah, they ran into. Oh, it's your claymore now.
Yes, it is.
Finders keepers.
It's his kill.
Yeah.
How many were dead?
Which is totally not what you're trying to do. Yeah. So the question is, do you wait to see them leave, or
yes, because we won't get paid if we don't.
Okay. In fact, you see a local Ubik message go up. And it's an unencrypted message. Do any of you with Ubix want to read it?
I will read it. I'll spend my charge. It's anonymous to just read it, right?
Yeah.
I'll read it. What's it say?
This is a red shirt. This is the Taker group, red shirts. We have a wounded. If there's any medics in the area, we can pay. We'll pay 10 bounty.
Okay.
I vote we can go up.
No. Jesus, fuck! By the book. No, we're not doing this.
I'm gonna wait a decent amount of time. I'm gonna wait like 15 minutes or something.
There's another message coming. As you wait 10 minutes later, before your 15-minute deadline, you see there's another message.
What's the message say?
I will spend another Ubik charge to find out.
What's it say? Sorry.
You actually can't unless you make a computer checking roll because it's an encrypted message, but you can tell someone is communicating with the
Wait, hang on. I might have missed it. Did they get any of the Juiceros?
Well,
we don't know.
What I was gonna say is sorry, I didn't mean like we just wait to answer it. What I was gonna say is like we could like ping back and answer it and then just wait an amount of time and then go up to the building. Because I don't want them to understand that we're like literally right outside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But you were saying you were waiting 15 minutes before you responded, right?
No. I wanted to like respond and then like wait 15 minutes to actually like move from cover and go up there.
Like say I'm on my way.
So you're responding immediately.
No, don't do that.
Not immediately.
Well, before you do, because you didn't know that there was another group in the area, that someone responded before you did. So a third party is responding to them. So you can still respond to them. If you want to.
Yeah, sure. I'll go respond to them. Why not? I don't care.
All right. So you're going. Whose Ubik are you using?
Who has charges left?
I do.
And will let me use it.
I will. I'm a sucker.
Who's the sucker?
I'm the sucker. Talon's the sucker.
Talon.
Okay.
Talon. No, don't do that. We're supposed to be quiet. We were never here.
All right.
2 banners were here.
I'm persuadable.
2 banners.
Well, I give you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I give you this look. Check the RPPR game.
So I can tell him that I got quite a bit of medical supplies, so I can come help.
Okay. You basically shortly after you realize there's some other encrypted message traffic coming from somewhere in the area. There's a grim man in a red bloody shirt looking at you. He's like, yes, this is Red 1. I'm leader of red shirts. Are you responding to my message?
Yeah, my name is Lucky. I'm responding to your message. He's put out a call for a medic.
Yes. Are you in the area?
Yeah, we were on our way. We heard there might be a Juicero crash, but is that claimed already? Because it seems like your location is coming from the same.
Were you heading to this? We already have.
That's fine. I don't want to fight you for it. But I will take that bounty if if you let me look at your wounded.
How good are you at leg wounds?
Leg wounds, I'm pretty
Some
experienced in leg
idiot-
wounds.
We have someone coming, but I'm not sure that she's as experienced as you are.
Yeah,
I've heard of you. You're out of Trabajo, right?
yeah, like extremities is like the majority of injuries I deal with. So,
Okay. How far away are you?
I want to say like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
You were right on us almost. What
We
side?
were hoping to get that score. Let me tell you.
Mention that the rain slowed you down. Or
Yeah,
something.
that we got stuck in like a rainstorm and we had to like lay up for forever. It
yeah.
seemed like.
Yeah, there is some areas got flooded. We were lucky that we didn't get cut off by a sudden, creek or river. Yes, I would be happy to pay you the 10 bounty if you can get here in 10 minutes. I will tell the other party that we don't need a horse doctor.
Tight.
Next character.
I'm
Profession Horse Doctor 3.
I'm pretty sure that was the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Kids!
we're gonna wait. We're just gonna chill there for like 10 minutes, and then I want at least one person to go with me into the building.
I'm not doing it.
I'll go.
Okay.
Tight.
Yeah.
A gentleman never lets anyone go alone.
You go in. You can see that there are 6 of them.
Ross, before we go in, I would like to declare that I'm refreshing my firearm.
Okay, that's fair. They are all in
yeah.
red shirts that are all clearly dried blood stains.
I want to refresh. I want to refresh my rations and my first aid kit.
And I'd like to declare that there's a reason I didn't go.
I'd like to declare that I'm sneaking up after them because I do not trust these bastards.
Hey,
I think it's a terrible idea.
I have a Hippocratic oath. Like, we knew the mine was there and we let them set it off, and they're gonna pay me to fix it. Like, this is kind of a perfect storm.
I'm sorry, and you sent those children into what? It's a Hippocratic oath.
So as you do the red one, Garichi's like, aren't there more of you? Where are the rest of you just, I guess, Overwatch nearby?
Yeah, security.
Yeah.
You understand.
Let's see if they see me sneaking up.
Yeah, we didn't want to send too many people because we didn't want you to feel like pressured, like we were trying to angle it on your score. I just want the bounty. Look at your guy and get out of here.
Also, if you shoot us, like.
Okay. Well, yes. At least you get something, and we don't. None of us have to. You understand? We're taking the machines, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I have no desire to risk my life for a bunch of fucking juice machines.
Yeah, what the fuck's anyone gonna use a juice serum for? You guys have like a little bit of packets or something? You know what I mean?
They have high technology in them. They have network cards.
I mean, I could talk about high technology, and I could also talk about latrines. But anyway, go ahead. What?
You're not eager for a fight. You don't have to tell us how much you don't want the valuable score. All right. The deal is, though, you have to treat us like if you can't walk, we're not paying you anything. And
That's
if he
fine.
gets worse, you're the one who's going to have to put him down. He is a latent. So,
all right. Well, I'll be extra careful.
Yeah, for all of us.
Hey, since he is a latent, is it okay if I
so you won't
clear the
mind,
holster
of
here?
course. The what?
Since he is a latent, give all of us a chance. Is it okay if I clear the holster here? Is that all right?
No, you do not clear your holster.
Oh, all right, never mind then.
All right. So what was it? Sorry, what was he saying about the latent? I feel like he had one more thing to say.
If he turns, you will have. I'll give you the first chance. If he, we will have someone in an Overwatch position to make sure he cannot threaten the rest of us, but you will be in the line of fire. So,
I understand.
Yeah, if he turns and you fail to kill him, then you will be killed with him.
That's fine. I'm confident in my skill as a medic.
Good.
I just want to say that I was sneaking up on these guys.
Give me a
I'm
stealth check.
I'm sneaking up behind him.
All right, both of you give me stealth checks. You really
No, not unless you have.
You're gonna get me fucking killed. Is what you're gonna do.
Is that a failure?
I'm not risking that.
You're gonna
That's a
start
failure.
playing Turbo Killer. It's gonna be one of those times.
You've only got a +1?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Do you have a willpower?
And nope.
Okay.
I've been fishing for one all game, but I haven't gotten one.
Oh, sorry. So you both
Oh
fail.
my god.
You can give me a willpower for this because I want to do things by the book, and you don't leave somebody alone with a bunch of murderous psychopaths.
You could have gone. Well, you would have if you'd gone willingly without sneaking up. That would have been by the book. But sneaking up is not by the book.
Ah, that is true. That is true.
I would usually spend a willpower to flip mine, but since he failed, I'm just going to go ahead and fail with him.
All right. Both of one of their permanent guards turns around. Who's there? Shit. We have more
Us.
complications.
It's us.
All right.
Well, with that-
Guns
well,
are
with
drawn on all of you. Everyone, give me a stress
just
test.
their
Control
name.
check for trauma.
Do I have a stress test? We don't have
Yeah,
TACnet right now.
I
If you're
failed.
not in the
Oh my
area,
God.
well, no, then all your teammates are. Like, yeah.
How many trauma?
Oh, that's a
one.
crit success. Can I get a bonus for that? Can
Give
I?
him a will.
Oh, fine. I'll give you a fucking will.
What's the trauma we take if we fail?
1.
Okay.
What is this? I do not like this.
We were just backup. We were just fucking backup.
I'm the
All right.
backup to his
They
backup.
must have got jumpy out there. Can I just see to you? I don't want him to bleed out before I get a chance to look at him.
All right, yes, but the penalty
Nice.
now is 10 bounty. So you heal him and then you go. And
Fine.
all of you stay where you are.
Fine.
All right, go.
Okay, so can I spend charges on this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to spend yeah,
Do
fuck
the
it. Let's
whole-
do 9.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
8 bonus die.
Just don't crit.
that's what
Yeah.
Caleb would do if he were here.
Yeah. Spend big.
Yep.
All right. 18 over no what? That's like 20 over 6.
Well, you only heal 9 stun, but that's because it's your original black roll. But that's 9 stun is really good. So yeah, you do a really good job patching them up, and you're not infected because you can't be
And
infected.
so he can walk though. That's the
Yep.
Height.
So good job. So he's like, all right, I understand your takers. You have to get your payday, but consider this an informative lesson. All of you march out with your hands in the air, and when you get to the tree line, you can go. But if you do anything other than march out to the tree line with your hands up, we will open fire.
I hate to be that guy, but 2 of us can't march with their hands in the air because we have bicycles to guide.
Yeah, well, we left them behind.
Fine. Put your hands. on
I
the
fucking
handles of
didn't.
bicycles.
Oh.
All right. Put your hands on your bicycles, and if you move them away from the handlebars, our sniper will open fire.
Agreed. Please believe my bicycle has been to the 4th floor of that building and back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just remember that these assholes were assholes, but I did help your guy out.
yes,
so-
that's why you get to leave.
Yeah, you come by Trabajo, you need a leg fix, you come see Lucky. Reasonable rates, and then I'm gonna leave.
Mhm. All right. So you screwed yourselves out of 10 bounty, but I mean,
Thanks, guys.
you know,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, I have a will now.
At
But I
least,
Yeah, that's
it
more
actually
important than 10
helped you tell the
bounty.
story. Yeah, they thought you were they now they believe you're just trying to screw them over.
Yeah, so now they're like 300% sure that the take
Well,
is
that's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
because everyone is trying to screw you over, so that fits.
Yeah, so you faked them out with a fake out. So
Double fake out, actually.
Yeah. So good job. You get away. And you watch eventually from the tree line as it get dark. You see them leave with a shitload of Juiceros. They actually have their later on a truck comes up. That they loaded off. Yep.
Yeah, that
so they
and
take all the juice arrows,
they take all the Juiceros.
and we're recording
we
this
can-
on our Ubix.
Yep. So yeah, when you get back, you don't have to make any legs to get on the way back.
well, can we go through the building and scavenge it if they only took Gizeros?
I'm not going
I
back there.
thought we already.
We already got the EJs. Yeah, we already did.
Ah, fair.
Yep.
We got the
and it's-
EJs now.
So yeah, you can try and sell those. But yeah, you get back to Tammy, and she's very happy. The tracking thing seems to be working. So she pays you your 69 bounty. Nice.
69.
And then we want to lean on her a tiny bit,
Mhm.
because we want to be like, all right, so like we know you want to keep this quiet, and we're the only ones who know. We don't want to make it a problem for you, but this feels like a setup to another job. So whatever that is, you bring it to us, fair price, exclusive.
Oh, is that how it's you? Daycare is good enough to work with me on a regular basis. Is that it?
Yeah, because we pulled this off like without a hitch. It went perfectly, and the only people who know about it is us. So we're gonna keep our mouths shut.
Look, I'm happy. I got tons of work, and the fucking renegades are getting to be kind of slackers, and I'm not liking their big mouths apparently. So yeah, I will have a bit of work for you pretty soon, and I bet you'll we'll do that.
Maybe this August upcoming. The code word is RPPR.
So yeah, you made a friend in Tammy, and she'll have plenty of work for you.
So after we all get our labor and hazard pay, it's just 10 bounty each, right?
It's 69. Well, it's 59 bounty minus the 10 that you spent. So.
I owned the 10 bounty. I already had that. I had 15 bounty at the start because I'm a scavenger.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone gets, if we repay him the 10 bounty, that's 59 bounty split on 5. So everyone gets 12 bounty except for one who gets 11.
Mm-hmm. I'll take the 11 and break like exactly even.
Okay.
And I have to make a choice because I have 13 bounty upkeep.
Well, you also got an extra gun, and you got DDJs, which I will let you sell for 3 totally.
I was gonna say, if you just need the 1 bounty, like I'll give it to you. I don't need to starve.
You're a terrible taker. Good person, but a terrible taker.
Well, I actually have a 12 upkeep, but we did spend references, so.
Oh yeah, references are 1 per. So
okay, well, references I don't care about. Like if it was going to be upkeep, you couldn't clear.
Yeah.
I would just like to highlight then that I made 0 bounty on this job. I paid upkeep.
Yeah. So the more takers of it gets because of there does seem to be some scaling things with the jobs because they all
you want expenses so bad when you're a big group.
Oh yeah.
Expenses is the last one too. That's that's critting on everything because that means it pays for everything. Everything is pure profit.
So it's you, your dependents, 1 for rent, and then the upkeep of your gear.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cleared
including backpack and rations.
Okay, so then I cleared 2 bounty in profit. I want to say.
Did you use any references?
I did not use any references.
Well, if we sell the DDJ, can somebody roll networking to sell the DDJ?
Sure, I'll do it. Give me a sec.
Sure. So if a piece of gear just says upkeep purchase only, that means that doesn't count towards.
So
I got 7 over 3 for the DDJ.
All right,
spend will to crit, and get twice the price.
Will doesn't refresh, so I'm not going to do that.
Well, I'm going to just sell the handgun and assume that I don't have to pay the upkeep for my handgun.
Well, that means that means everyone gets 1 extra bounty and one gets 1. So
just give it
you
to
get
whoever has the extra that they have to pay.
Whoever took 11, can get 1 extra.
Yay!
So
sounds
good. 4 bounty profit.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you could have made more money by stealing some of the juice arrows, but if you'd taken any, I would have had to make a roll to see if the red shirts fell for it. And if they didn't fall for it, then you would have had to fucking contact Tammy and say it didn't work, and then Julie would have been really fucking pissed and say, plan B, capture one and interrogate and find out where their hideout is. But, that's not, that's kind of a fuck up. That would be way more complicated.
The only combat we actually had to do was on the first part of this, which we could have done in 1 turn if someone had spent all of their bullets.
I would have, but I thought we were going to be shooting more things.
Bastards.
Yeah, I should have just
you also could have made more money if you shot the bonanzas too. And looted their shit.
But then we would have had to kill kids and take their stuff, and then we could have gotten bounty if people had to snuck up behind us when I was trying to see to that dude.
Well, we were kind human people, and I think it shows in our threats because I will literally clear my threat away like so, and start empty all over next mission.
No.
Yeah.
Also shows an empty pocket.
Yeah.
So yeah.
While we're spitballing, we could have just chosen one of the 5 of us and killed them and taken their stuff.
Yeah.
And we'd have taken massive. Some of us probably would have cracked.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that gives you a sense of what it's like. And obviously her next job, you won't have to deal with competition. Another thing you can also do is when you're doing scams and jobs, you can raise the price of the job by 1d10.
Yeah, we should have
by
sabotaged the
yeah.
Juicero market in some way. We didn't do that.
Yeah, but like, oh, it's super dangerous to get out there.
Yeah, it would have been
and there's
really
no
hard.
takers who can do that except us. Yeah,
But I will say that tonally, this is very red markets because like when I go to work and I get home and I pay my bills, I'm like, oh, I made $20. Great.
Yep. And it's even worse at the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Well, we made profit, and like nobody hates us. We saved a bunch of people. Like I honestly feel like our profit margin on this was really, really high. Like it's just not in bounty necessarily.
Social capital.
Yeah.
I would allow you to like use the bonanzas now as like a reference or something like that. Actually, I could. In fact, I should give you them as a rep spot. You could like, hey, we're really cool to the bonanzas. And
well, we told them we were fallen flags, so
yeah. So,
but you could. Well, if you meet them again, you could use them as a reference.
Yeah,
you could actually. Not as a rep spot then, but yeah. You went out. You got to at least stay in the black while being morally not reprehensible.
yes.
So, But
what's
so,
that line that leads to red but hasn't quite crossed? What's that called?
Equilibrium?
So I think it's some kind of thin line. I don't know what color it is.
Yeah. Well, now don't the wild geese like have a decent opinion of us because we kept them out of danger and we still let them complete their job?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that would be a rep spot.
You could. Yeah. Actually, that would be a rep spot. So that would
we are. If this was a campaign, this would be a really great first session of it. Just so you know, the 3 jobs were the conductor wanted network cards and camera cards, and then for you to destroy the rest of the cameras or destroy all the rest of the Juiceros to make sure no one else could use them.
Yeah, it seemed like he wanted to. It seemed like he wanted to make a panopticon like in Trabajo that like only he has control of.
Yeah,
which is like the Stevie's job. What did Quigley want though?
Quigley was actually the one who had hired ZR in the first place to offload them to a different enclave. He's just a wheeler and dealer and goes between
we fucked
enclaves.
Him. Poor guy.
But his job was the simplest. His job was just protect them so someone else can pick them up.
So we would have ended up shooting at 3 different taker groups then.
Yeah.
Basically.
On some levels, I do wish we didn't all care about the kids, so we could just have a big old.
But actually, if you had sit up there, you could have just called in, like they would have fought each other first. Like the bonanzas and the wild geese and the red shirts would have been shooting at each other as much as you. So it just would have been a big clusterfuck, and probably would have caused a stampede of casualties.
Having ethics is always inconvenient.
Yeah. The kids never would have made it past the Claymore.
Well, hey,
that's true. They would have got
one upside for the first time in history. The kids are all right.
It's true.
We don't need any replacements here.
So that guy from the red shirts probably has a new nickname now, right? Minesweeper.
Probably. Actually, the reason why he hit his legs is because they did detect it, but then he tried to, instead of just stepping over it, try to like clear it by a couple steps. He was showing off.
Oh, so he was that douche who thinks he could do parkour.
Yeah, exactly. And he just fucking ate it. And
he earned that will point.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, he got a wheel point from it. So yeah. But yeah, that's you do. It turns out have the juice. So, good job, everyone.
We have the juice, but not the bounty.
More questions about red markets, or do you think you can run that game next week?
So you were talking. Okay, I want to talk about red market. Yeah, because you were talking about heads up, but I don't see heads up on the little sheet at the back of the Like, I don't
Oh
understand
yeah,
how
negotiations.
negotiation works. Because it sounds like a cluster jam.
Yeah.
It really is the first few times you do it.
Yeah, and it's been
And-
a while since I've done it, so I don't remember exactly. Like when
Is it just whoever goes first?
their sways resolve simultaneously.
Yeah.
So when it's just when it's heads up, you have to, in order to push someone back, you have to have one more sway than they do.
The thing
So-
is, the dice don't meet until the very end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They can never be on the same track. So like if you see the client starts at the top right one, you start at the bottom buyer's market, unless you're undercutting someone else. And then when you meet each other, you stay on the left side, they stay on the right side. And then like if one person has 2 sway and the other person has more sway than the other person, then it goes in their favor by 1.
Otherwise, it doesn't move, right?
So the goal is to
move. You have
continue to rack up sway or resist their sway to keep pushing the client until they go off the sheet.
Client always succeeds on their skill checks. They always persuade and they always read spots. The client is competent. The player can read spots. The player if you use a spot in the same, that's +1 sway.
The only sway the player can resist is the +1 from a spot. So you just need to use deception to keep a strong face. And if you fail that, the client will get +2 sway on the next thing.
Not having deception really fucked us.
Yeah, yep, it did.
I'm going to preface this by saying that I love the negotiation rules. They should be excluded from one-shots because they don't matter worth a damn in a one-shot.
Yeah. I wanted to do that for Bridget so she could do that.
Yeah, it helps
sense,
me.
But there should be an alternative rule set for one-shots that just does away with that because it doesn't fucking matter what I got paid. Because now
True.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of important to the game. You lose the whole tone if you don't do it.
I thought it was a fun mini game to do at the beginning because it's something you do still kind of want to feel good about. Like, because we went into this going 69 bounty, yeah, like that was. I think that was fun, even if it didn't matter in a one shot.
Yeah, I see it as a way to as kind of a role playing or sort of red market exercise to get you in the character for it.
And we learned a lot about the job and like the players in it. Like I feel like it established a lot. Yeah.
It gets you invested in the setting, and it also gives you a sync for your will, because we all just pumped our will into it. Yeah,
That's actually a really important thing. So, I do it when I run one shots, but like you can also there's rules to get rid of it using what they call the fixer rules, where you just have an NPC do the negotiations, you get a set price. So if I was doing a convention job, I would probably do it because it's harder to explain detailed rules when it's a noisy, crowded environment, stuff like that. So, for online games, I'm used to doing it, so it's fine with me. But yeah, I definitely see your point about one shots. I've also I was doing it with the people who weren't as used to role playing in general. I definitely would not be using negotiation because it's kind of a atypical role playing exercise. But
when introducing red markets too, you might want to skip it. I got complained at when I ran a game in Archon, a convention in Oslo this summer, about taking too long to explain the rules. And I think running through the negotiations was part of that. With the other group, I didn't do that, and they had a lot more fun, I think, than the first group.
Yeah, it's definitely a harder thing to get used to.
I think it'll probably be fine for the next couple times I run it, because it's just going to be for RPPR patrons who you've all played red markets.
Yep.
So
right.
Just a side note, a thing that I do. So I'm trying to run a bunch of red markets to prep for Gen Con because I'm running a game for Caleb there. And something I found that's fun is like in the beginning rolling a relationship for the whole the crew. So you roll just based on like 4 tracks. So your greatest success, your greatest failure, how you all feel about each other, and like something else. And you just have everybody roll sensitivity or one skill or something like that. Everybody rolls dice. And it's a fun way to set tone and like get everybody invested. And it can kind of make, if you're cutting out negotiation, it can kind of make up for that introductory role play.
Doing some things to get in the mood of the game is definitely a good idea for a one shot. You don't want to start like pick a job, go on your first leg.
Well, the other thing I noticed is that we technically had 3 jobs, but it was really just the same job 3 times.
Right?
Yeah, that's not always the case. I did that because
You're lazy?
I would do that for
Awesome.
any one shot and for con
It's a
games.
one
So.
shot.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
if you listen to like Fallen Flag, I usually offered 3 wildly, and Brutalist, I would offer 3 wildly different jobs in different areas. So you can be way more varied. So there's not.
Is the number of legs just something you change like as?
I
like,
always do at least 2.
This is going really fast. Let's add another leg, or this is going really slowly. Maybe we'll just
legs are set in by negotiations.
Okay.
You can make sort of conditional legs, like you see an opportunity to go fuck off and do something else. That's an extra leg out of the way, or you can, but
Even
like they should generally have an idea
on a leg if you want to change the pace.
So the cost of going on a leg is spending more rations for everyone because you have to like eat while you spend the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then obviously if there's zombies there.
Like, I mean, well, there's zombies everywhere, but like the zombies are like the weather in red markets.
I mean, the cost associated with going on another leg is we may have to spend charges on guns, and we're going to have to spend rations.
Yeah, there's a big list of 100 events in the back of the book as give you guidelines. Basically, the default rule is like you make a roll. If it's a regular success, it's something that can be positive. If you make a roll, if it's a critical success, it's basically bounty on the ground. It's something unambiguously good. If it's a regular failure, it's something bad that you can mitigate. And if it's a crit failure, it's something that fucking sucks. So like, what I would do, like I did a regular success and a regular failure. Regulars, like the mushrooms, are regular success because you did get bounty added because you did things to earn it. The storm is a regular failure. It's just bad things happen, but you can mitigate it. Crit failure would have been like flash flood. You're all now in contaminated water because blah blah blah.
If we hadn't treated his eye, is that just like a normal infection? Like it would have just impaired him as opposed to turn him into a casualty? Okay.
That's the water was not blight.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like blight rain. Like I didn't know if that was like a thing.
No, it's just polluted
it was syphilis.
Water. It's just
it's really acidic rain.
I mean, you can get that in your eyes. Just saying.
I mean, also, if you want to do something really sort of weird, you could do rain out or snow out, which would probably be applicable in the north because Canada got nuked. So rain out or a snow out is when you have rain or snow that's just full of radiation. So basically, my favorite thing is like the northern part of the loss is just Stalker, pretty much. If you guys have played Stalker, like Shadow of Chernobyl, it's great.
That was a question I had about the fiction. So like the northern border of the recession got nuked at Canada, right?
Just the most populous part of it.
And not the recession, the loss.
Well, I think they
nuked
the recession got too.
Yeah, they nuked along because the whole thing was we can use the Mississippi to block.
Oh, that's right. So it's like right in the middle. Yeah.
And then they threw an extra one at Vancouver for just because.
Yeah.
Okay, but like Washington, wouldn't have been directly affected by that necessarily.
Yeah. That's true.
Wins.
I mean, it's whatever you want to be true for your game. So, like, if you don't want Washington to be affected, it's not affected. If it is, it is. So, yeah.
But Dakota's great. There's like a shitload of tunnels and stuff, and it's definitely affected. I'm sorry, I'm nerding out.
Yeah. So just whatever you want to be affected. It's also been 5 years since that happened. So, and global climate change has done who knows what the fuck. Plus, obviously, Caleb doesn't really specify what happened in the rest of the world, so who knows how many other nukes were.
Yeah, like Washington comes up twice. I text searched red markets.
Yeah. Caleb tried to leave it as blank slate as possible while preserving the basic conditions of the game, or to make the setting possible. So, like, whatever you want to happen, it happened within,
You can also flip the river and make the west the recession and the east the loss.
Yeah. So the job I'm imagining is less like a series of legs and more like every leg would technically be a part of the job.
Yeah,
so I just make them more complicated. Like 2 rolls,
you're
like
trying
2
to
or
set.
3 rolls.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, like, what do you want to spoil what the job is, or do you?
Oh, wait, hang on though. What about interludes in this case?
Oh yeah, this is your Patreon game, so yeah, you don't want to spoil it yet. I think Caleb's done jobs like that. Like,
well, like the whole job is you have to go to a couple different locations and you have to do a thing while you're there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you can just make it a 4 or 5 leg thing, and just every 5, you know, like I just did, like, the typical thing in Fallen Flags was a 3 legs, and then the main job, and then you're done, because the 3 you don't have to worry about those. Sometimes I would have 2 legs up front and then 1 leg in the back. If you just want to make it 5 legs and 1/5 of the job is at each leg, you know, that would be fine too. So.
Okay. So that kind of like 3 to 5 scenes, though, essentially between legs and the job.
I mean, you saw, like, legs can be very quick or they can be very long. I kind of gave you guys more complicated legs, but it could just be like, you see it. There's some zombies. It's just fucking zombies.
Because our first leg was going to be very quick.
Yeah, and then you guys started yelling at each other, and I'm like, well, I guess zombies show up.
Yeah, but that's totally appropriate. So
yeah,
that's fun.
Volume 4, the last Red Markets game I ran, Deception Pass. That's exactly what happens at one point, and one player character may have regretted that a little bit. It was great. So, anyways, if you have more questions, feel free to message me. But I want to take a quick break and go back and talking about that, Bridget. So, anyways, I hope everyone had a good time.
Yep.
Very
absolutely. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good first game.
That helped a lot.
All
That'll
right.
be great, mate.
All right. Yay. All right. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.